Hey, welcome everybody to our chat. This is going to be a lot of fun. We're hanging out with some great fellas here. I want to introduce them to you right now. Coming in the red bandana square, the king of YouTube, or soon to be anyway. At least you can see my mullet back here. Really likes him. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Jay Who.
What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Greetings from Chicago. We don't need that. We can get rid of that. And I can do this backwards. Now we're comfortable. Now we're ready to go. Good night. Good evening, everybody.
Yeah,
Good night. We get started.
Don't go away. Jay Who is harmless. His nail gun fitting the hiccup. That's all.
Just a little bit. Hey guys, before we get started and go to the next intro, if you don't mind, got some great news. Everybody's affected by what's going on. My cousin, I'm not going to give his name. Just going to call him Channel. Channel's doing good. 13 days into the COVID. He's feeling better. And I hope he's watching. This is for you, cuz. I love you. And just like the Marines taught you, keep fighting, bro. I'm with you.
Best wishes to him. Now, coming in the Roxanne red light corner, check him out, ladies and gentlemen. The man, the myth, the hero that you've all heard of. You heard the voice on the fabulous Joe Smith and the moderator dancers channel on Joe Smith's live at night. Here he is, everybody. Please welcome this awesome guy and his great content, Mr. Ed the Old Tech Guy.
Hey everybody, it's Ed the Old Tech Guy. And wait, hold on. Somebody's bugging me here. Hold on. What is that? What's Dark Ratchetness?
Uh-oh.
He wants to come around and say hello. All right, calm down. All right, everybody. How you all doing? Dark Ratchetness showed up. We'll talk to him in a bit. We also, Clippy is around here somewhere, the paperclip that's trying to kill me. But it's really nice to talk to you all. This isn't a full face reveal. I'm trying to hide. I don't want you all seeing me today. Face reveal maybe at 1,000 subscribers. What do you think? I don't know. How about it, Dale? What do you think?
What do I think about what? I'm sorry, I was looking at the subscriptions here, or the comments. I was just going to throw up a few here to read. Now, what was that? What did I miss?
So face reveal at what time? Face reveal, maybe 1,000 subscribers, 200,000 subscribers, maybe 1 million subscribers. Maybe I'll do a full face reveal then.
For whose channel? For whose channel? Whose channel should you subscribe to, guys? Put it in the comments here, and we'll throw it up here if we like to see it. Now, let me throw out something here real quick, everybody. You know that I'm blind as a bat. And by the way, thank you all very much. I am out of quarantine. I've got me a beverage. I hope you guys have something for yourselves to drink. And I am feeling great. Thank you all for your well wishes. And we will be having content. Look at him swirling like a fine contour Jay Who over here. But thank you all for the well wishes. I really appreciate it. I'm feeling much better, and we will have great content coming up. So what about you, Ed? I didn't see if you had a beverage.
Oh yeah, I've got something here. It's kind of clear, liquidy.
And he's setting. He has it setting right next to his what is it? Lightsaber, right? So never know when Dark Ratchetness is going to.
Dark Ratchetness. He kills Ratchet.
Trouble.
That's right. Dark Ratchetness. All he ever wants to do is break ratchets. Anybody that comes out of my channel, they know, they see it. He comes on there, all Star Wars heavy, fully completed, strong with the dark side. He is strong with the dark side, and just goes around, starts killing ratchets. Guys, give me in your comments. Tell me in your comments what ratchet you want to see broken next, or what ratchet you want to see Dark Ratchetness go up against next. What can break Dark Ratchetness? Tell me a ratchet that could break Dark Ratchetness. I've got a few coming up here. Look, let me see. Let me look through my mess here. Hold on. I got a big old mess here. Hold on. And so I don't do a full face reveal. We gotta get my flashlight here. Check it out. What is that? What is that? Is that the Unbreakable?
What?
Is that the Unbreakable? I'm trying to make it.
I can't tell if that glare is coming from the ratchet or the receding hairline, Ed.
It's a snap-on. Look at that. Snap-on. Snap-on's going to go up against Dark Ratchetness. We're going to see we're going to see what it can do. I mean, I'm told that Snap-on's the best, that it's better than Harbor Freight, that it's going to have better numbers. Let's see what happens.
What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments. You think Ed is fixing to roll up in here and start some trouble with some tool truck guys or something, right? Maybe.
Hey, it's not me. Look, tool truck guys love me. All right, it's Dark Ratchetness. Put the blame where it belongs. He's constantly bugging me. He tells me, "Hey, where's that next ratchet? I want it." Why? What? Oh, there he is again. There he is again. He wants the ratchets. He tells me all the time. Fatality. That's what he wants.
And I'll tell you what, Eddie, if you run into any problems with any of those truck tool guys, just throw them some tacos, man. Truck tool guys love tacos, man. They'll be your friend for life.
Hey, you're gonna be Jay Taco or Jay or what?
I could be Jay Taco, yeah. I don't know how Jay Hungry would like that, but we'll see.
Did you guys hear that they're starting to deliver tacos in that Icon toolbox?
Hey, buy 2 icons, get 2 tacos free. There you go. Wait, copyright right here. Copyright. You got to pay me.
And it doesn't have to be on a Tuesday either.
They're mounting one of those loudspeakers on top of the toolbox. Put a little Briggs and Stratton on the back of it and play La Cucaracha.
Hey. This brings me to a subject that I want to talk about. And Dale, you and I had a long conversation yesterday. And Jay, you and I have been talking about this for quite some time. It's very frustrating. But how about these guys that call us shills or sellouts just because we talk about some of the, let's just be straight. It's kind of the lower end tools. They're not top of the line, but their performance is really good. So I have a big issue with people calling out saying you guys are either getting paid by Harbor Freight or you're trying to get paid by Harbor Freight and you're a shill. I hate that comment because you know what? Here's the thing. Let's say you're really passionate about Honda cars, right? Which I'm a big Honda guy. You guys will see me work on more Hondas as my channel progresses. I'm a big Honda guy. I love Hondas. If you're a big Honda guy and one day you decide, look, I want to work for the company. I want to sell the company because I'm passionate about the company, because it's proven itself to me and I like what it does. Does that make you a shill because you decided that you want to sell that, or you really like that product and you're passionate about it? What if you're passionate about something else, computers or anything else? I mean, you've got all these YouTubers that are really passionate about different computer parts. They'll talk about Ryzen, they'll talk about Intel, right? And they'll sit there and push that product, but because they believe in it, not because they're a shill. Why do I got to be a shill? I mean, if everybody could afford a Snap-on, come on, buy it. Everybody go buy Snap-on. But that's the thing. Snap-on's not made for everybody. Mac is just made for everybody. Go ahead, Jay.
You know what? I think that's just a word to rile people up. To be honest with you, get under their skin. I'm going to be honest with you. If I start using a product and the product likes me and I like the product, then guess what? If they want to pay me, I'm not going to say no to that. That's insane. That's insanity. I mean, unless you're using your shield powers for evil, I don't have a problem with getting paid. I thought that's what we were trying to do eventually, right? Not right off the bat, but people want to make money. I have a back-breaking job. I love it, but there's going to be a time when I can't do it anymore. And if I can depend on YouTube, if I can depend on a sponsor, hey, you could call me I'll be Jay Shill. How about that?
Nah, see, I'm going to put this out there so that everybody that watches my channel knows I'm not sponsored by anybody. I'm not paid by anybody. All my opinions are my own. There may not be the best opinions and they may not be the best experiments like Dark Ratchetness, right? That was an idea. I designed it. Jay, thanks, bro. You helped me put it together. We went to a weld shop. we designed it. We came up with that whole thing ourselves to test these ratchets, to really find out what's real and what's not. And by the way, guys, there are other channels out there that get really scientific and really get down with it, and absolutely go watch those channels. But my channel, I try to get a little kind of goofy with it, because you know what? We gotta get some of these youngsters involved. Some of the youngsters got to get on tools, man. I keep hearing every day that some young people don't know how to use tools, and that's embarrassing. And one of the reasons they can't use tools is because the first thing they'll hear is, you got to go buy a $180 ratchet. That's not fair.
Hey, real quick, Jay Story wants to step in here. Talking about young people who don't know tools. You guys ready for a story? Or is it
all right, I'll sit back and drink it up.
So everybody, wet your lips real quick. So we went to one of those rooms, escape rooms, and one of the clues was a pair of channel locks in the toolbox. So I grabbed the pair of channel locks. I look over by the door, and there's a young man standing there. Couldn't be more than 22 years old. I hand him the channel locks, and I tell him, "Hey, take that bolt off of the lock. You know, the cylinder." The guy looked at me like I was nuts. And he didn't even know how to hold it, and he was kind of spinning it around, and I was like, you know, I got frustrated. I'm like, dude, we're running out of time, you know. But yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing, and I think that's why it's good. Ed and myself and Dale and others, you know, we talk about tools, because guess what? You can't always afford to have somebody come and fix your stuff. You gotta learn how to do it, and you know what? That's one of the good things. That's one of the nice things that we have to do, is, as silly as it may sound, but we have to take them back to the basics and kind of do it in a fun way, because that's how you learn. You know, technical is good if you're a technical kind of person, but if you learn by watching, we got to get out there. We got to make it fun. We got to put some music behind it, and we got to let people know it's okay. You can be 43 and learn how to use a pair of pliers, but you got to learn how to use a pair of pliers.
Hey, Jay Story, I grew up poor, man, real poor. To me, every dollar, every cent makes sense. I need it. I got to plan it correctly. I can't go spending that much on a ratchet, $180, $150. I mean, that's a beautiful ratchet. It's nice jewelry, but you know what? I can't afford that. That's groceries for a month up here. So yeah. I grew up poor, and I know that when you're starting out, you may not be able to afford that level of tool. Right now, as I've gotten older, absolutely, I start buying some of the better stuff, and you know, hey, check it out. Look at that. Hey,
I like that.
Let's see the move. Let's see the move, Jehu. Let's see it.
What's up?
now we're gonna change subjects, I guess. You got to explain why we're saying what's up. You got to explain it for anybody that hasn't seen the video, Jay. Go ahead, Jay Story.
It seems like Jay Story is probably going to take most of the time up here. So we grew up in Chicago. I grew up in Chicago, tough neighborhoods, and unfortunately, we couldn't avoid bad association. It's very difficult. So there's a little taste that I got of it, and hanging out with the neighborhood kids and whatnot. But if you're ever in Chicago and you hear what's up, either start running or put up your dukes, because something's about to go down. So in our video of the Craftsman tool cart, I kind of I didn't mean to, but I was just upset a little bit about the situation. So I kind of ran up to the little manager. He had to be like maybe 95 pounds. And as soon as I approached him, he froze in his tracks, and we were able to end up walking out of there with the toolbox. But man, it was hilarious.
Yeah, man. Hey, by the way, I don't know if you guys have seen my series where I started showing people how to fix computers too. I know it's techie, but guess what? Fixing computers, you need tools for that. And we'll get into some specialty tools. But something weird started happening when I started working on the computers. I started getting that 1997 little paperclip come up, and it keeps threatening me. It threatened Dale. I did this video. I did the intro for this video to try to get you all to come visit, and
I will kill you.
I mean, he keeps invading. And
I will kill you.
And you hear that? He's actually going around and progressing his program. He is evolving. He's getting better. Dale, you better be careful. He's going to start jumping on your channel.
I will kill you.
I am ready for Clippy. You know, like I was saying in practice, I think his facial hair kind of creeps me out. I don't remember him looking quite so creepy on Windows 7 or whenever that was, dating ourselves here. But I got something for, is Clippy near there? Because I got something for Clippy, right?
Yeah.
What do you got for him?
Oh,
Hey, that's his sister.
Clippy friends. Oh no, Clippy. Oh no. Look how
no.
easy it is to do.
Oh, look who we got here. His cousin from the south side. Hey, man, you better leave my friend alone, Clippy.
Oh, I think you guys just pissed him off. He's really angry. He just wants to kill everybody now. So, all right, all jokes aside, guys. So I make my videos kind of, kind of fun, make the time go by. I've got a lot of information to relay, and I need to put it in a format that keeps the interest there, because people will go ahead and just click off. And for anybody watching the stream right now, we put a lot of time and effort in the videos, and man, I have to tell you, to keep your eyeballs on it is kind of tough. So you may see some goofy antics on my side to keep your eyeballs on it, but it's fun. It's cool. We're still talking about tools. We're still talking about text. We're still talking about DIY and comics, because I like them. And you should like all those things too, because they make you money. And that's why I started that series, because we need some side hustles right now. If this epidemic or this situation has taught us anything, is that you need to diversify your income and the way you bring in that income. You can't rely on just the way you made money today. You got to come up with different ways of doing it. So that's why I came up with that laptop series. It still hasn't evolved enough to show some of the cool stuff yet. Like I got some great videos where I'm going to be opening them out all the way deep and showing you how to put them all together. And I've made some mistakes, some video mistakes that I'm not happy about. But here's the thing. It's going to teach you stuff. It's going to teach you skills. So you go. Jay, you do the same thing on your videos. You teach all kinds of stuff, man. I saw your video on where you were moving to some refrigerators and doing some stuff. I can't wait for you to do a video on how to hook that stuff up. I was just talking with a guy today that is interested in a Wolf range, and he was talking about who do I know that can buy it and get it installed and how to get it installed. Man, you should make some videos on that, bro.
Oh yeah, and you know what? I just snoozed on one due to time, right? Because that's kind of what gets us is time. But I just came across a 48-inch Wolf stove, beautiful range, came out of the customer's home. It's a 10-year-old model. They didn't want it. The oven didn't work, so I took it, adopted it, dropped about $1,600 worth of electronics into it, cleaned it up. Guess what? Took it over to my cousin's house. Boom. He's got basically a brand new 48-inch Wolf range. The one he had, we took that thing out, we sold that, made a profit, and paid for the part. So, man, it's all about the hustle, really, all about the hustle, and a special shout out to Grimmy, our buddy. Grimmy.
Hey, Grimmy, what's happening, buddy? Hey, and I saw a few other names too. Isabella, yeah. How you doing, sweetheart? How are you? That's my sweetie. And then I have and then I saw Ada. What's up, Ada? What's up, girl? Thanks for joining the stream. And I saw Daniel. What's up, Daniel? What's going on, bro? You better get some skills up in this video. Get some skills. And
hey, come on, leave a comment. Do we look good or what? What's up? What's up? What's up?
Look. I would love your honest feedback on the stream. Tell me, am I going the wrong way with a little bit of the Dark Ratchetness and going there? I mean, I started a little serious on some of my videos, and then I started getting a little goofy. Give me some honest opinions. I'll take some feedback. I love constructive criticism. I know Dale. I give Dale constructive criticism all the time. He's always talking about, I always tell him about the wet t-shirt contest. He should never do that again. That's all I'm saying. So. Is he should never do that again.
It's just because I won.
Hey, but getting back to what you said, Ed, that's why, and this is to the people that are watching right now, that's why it's so important that you subscribe and that you comment, because if you like the content, some of us do eventually want to turn this maybe into work, you know, because like I said, I'm getting tired of moving these appliances. They're getting heavy, but I gotta find something that's gonna be less stressful. Computers is not it for me. No way. I got no technical skills. The only tech I got in my resume is the high school I graduated from, Lane Tech. That's it. That's all I know.
There's always barber school.
Nah, that ain't gonna work either.
Look like you got a triangle growing on his forehead.
You know, that's one of the good things about what's going on right now and us being locked up. It's really hard to find a barber. So my hair's growing long, so now I can cover that shiny spot back here on top. So I'm able to comb it over.
Hey, you could dye it blonde. You start looking like somebody I know. It's on the news every day. Hey, so here's what I want to say too is I saw some girls in the stream, or some young ladies in the stream. Welcome to the stream. Look, tools are for everybody. Here are the things that you don't think about. Sometimes your brother won't be there, your friend won't be there, your dad won't be there, your cousin won't be there, and you get a flat tire. You get a car that won't start. You get some guy that says, "Oh, honey, let's go to the drive over here to this date," and all of a sudden, "Oh, my car won't start." Wouldn't it be surprising if you got out that car and opened up that hood and started saying, "Everything's working right. I think let me try to turn it over." And you fool the guy, right? Everybody should learn how to repair things. We've become such a throwaway society that everything we get, if it doesn't work, even parts in cars. I remember in the old days, you'd get an alternator, you had to rebuild the alternator. You had to rebuild some of that stuff, the water pump and these things. Nowadays, everything, you just throw it out and you replace it with another thing. If you learn to fix your own stuff, it's gonna save you money and time. And that's two things that are too precious right now to be losing.
That was for the plumber, by the way.
No, the plumber. What plumber?
We got the plumber watching us. What's up, plumber?
What's up, plumber? What you gonna plumb?
Is the butt crack thing that goes on with plumbers when they're stooping over under the sink, is that like a flag that says like years of experience?
That's the snap-on holder.
The more years of experience, the more you can see.
The longer you...
That's the snap-on holder, guys. That's what I'm telling you. This is what goes in there, just like that. You just put it in the crack. There you go, ready to go.
Every time I see it, I want to, like put a screwdriver or something in there, but I'm afraid I'm going to get swung on. It's like, man, we need something to go there. You can't hang a picture there without putting a screwdriver in there first or something.
I got a story about butt crack. It's hilarious, and we won't get dirty. I promise. It's PG-13 here, guys. We don't get that dirty, but it is kind of funny. So when in my days where I was a field technician in telecommunications, we had to work long hours. You're sitting there in the middle of the night, and you got to do things to stay up, right? So you're sitting there. Some guys, not me, smoke cigarettes, smoke cigars to keep them going while we're working at night. We had this guy that could not learn how to pick up his pants. All the time, his pants showing his butt crack. And we have to bend down a lot for our jobs, right? You got to bend down and work on a server. You got to bend down and work on a DWDM unit or whatever the technical goofy thing is that we work on, right? So we're bent down over. This guy did not know how to pull his underwear straight up. So what does this other guy do? He's smoking cigarettes right next to him. He starts dropping ashes right on the butt crack. The guy does not feel it. We're dying laughing. We're waiting for him to catch on, and he's just working away, and we're like, "Hey, dude, it's kind of ashy in here, don't you think?" He's not catching on. So, guys, if you're showing your butt crack, people are gonna play tricks on you.
Was it? Ashy Larry.
Look. You are fair game. You are fair game if you're showing your butt crack. Especially now, they got the Hanes. You see those Hanes that are, or what is that commercial about the men's underwear that show that you'll never show butt crack because you can lift them all the way up? Because man, some people be showing some butt crack, man. I don't even understand.
I'm already over 55, so I already wear my pants up around my waist. I'm all like,
oh man.
You get old and you wear your pants up here and you talk to them. You want to get tough with grandpa, huh? Oh, you got hotel carpet. By the time you quit rolling, your clothes will be out of style. Whoa, just come over here and mess with me. You know? I'm going to show you.
Dale, you should get a sponsorship from Harbor Freight on making your own pants. It'll just be the HF pants with your face plastered on the butt, and they go all the way up here, and it'll be like the Harbor Freight special pants. We'll call them
instead of the size of the waist, they'll be the size of your stomach.
We'll call them the not icon.
They are not icon.
They're not icon. This is not iconic by any means.
Hey, don't come on my channel making fun of Harbor Freight or Tool guys. I'm wanted. I'm wanting you. Make fun of Harbor Freight.
Well, these guys that come on the channels and start talking bad about us being Harbor Freight lovers. Name the ratchet. Right now we're starting with 3/8. Name the ratchet that'll go up against Dark Ratchetness. Bring it on. Let's see it. Come on. I'm putting it out there. I'll buy the ratchet and I'll test it. Tell me. And
by the way, we are trying to break Dark Ratchetness. That was one of the things we want to break it. So if you got an idea, if you got something you think that'll break it, leave a comment, go to Ed's channel, make sure you like, subscribe, and drop those comments. That'll help us out. We can put some good content out there, but we need you guys' help.
Yeah, now, just a couple of real quick announcements. I wanted everybody out there in the comments, if you have suggestions, information, or just something you'd like to see, and you got to keep it clean here because we are trying to keep it PG-13, like Ed said. But we'll throw it up in the comments. Make sure you pointed it at who we're talking about here. If it's for Jehu, put the @Jehu, or at least put his name in the comment. And same thing with Ed, the old tech guy. Make sure you put his name in the comment. I also wanted to thank our moderators for tonight. I have not seen. Has Joe Smith come up in the comments yet? Has anybody seen him? I haven't seen Joe Smith yet, but Joe Smith and the moderator dancers. Otherwise, poor Michael is out there on his own, and I really appreciate you coming out here, Michael, and helping us out with all of that. Thank you guys very much.
Is Joe Smith probably sleeping now, isn't he?
He sleeps standing up. Did you guys know that?
No.
You can't tell. He puts his hat on backwards. That's the only way you can tell that he's sleeping is he wears his hat backwards.
Oh.
Is that right?
No.
Sorry, guys. I'm getting texts that some people can't open the link to the stream, which is I don't know, Celine, if you're seeing this. Yes. That's the link.
Send it again. Send it again.
I'm sending it.
See, you would expect that from the Jehu because he's not a technical guy. I'm not expecting that from Ed, the old tech guy. Come on, guys. Get it together. Keep the laughter going. It'll be all good. Oh, yeah, Junior Kelly. Thanks. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we want to keep smiling. That's what it's about. Yeah, definitely.
One-eyed man, I don't know what to tell you. You're in the wrong channels right here, buddy.
Whoa!
We only do this because we discovered that's what we do good is break stuff.
Hey, wait a second. I just invented the thing and nobody's put a name on it. Go to my channel. I just invented something, man.
Wait a minute. I got videos on how to fix I got a whole brake video. How to replace all the brakes on your car. I've got a video where I'm fixing computers. I mean, we got some multi-talents going on here. I don't know what you're talking about. We don't just break things. It's kind of funny. I actually have 2 videos out of my 40 videos that I break ratchets. I don't know if anybody knows that.
I fix food too. You guys like salsa? I make some salsas on my video. That's kind of fixing something, right? That's fixing someone's food.
As a matter of fact, for those of you that don't know how YouTube is done a little bit, I'll tell you this. You have to have some videos that you make that bring in the viewers. and that just get the eyeballs. And that's the ratchet breaking. And then you have to have some videos that get technical and discuss some real world stuff, the stuff that you're trying to teach, the stuff that you're trying to come across. And then you have the videos that hopefully gain subscribers. So you got to have three sets of videos that you're putting out. And you know what? Again, for that snake guy, I'll tell you, I'm not the only. I'm breaking a couple of it. I'm breaking a couple of ratchets. Big deal. How about you throw some nice comments in where I showed how to replace your brakes, how to fix a computer. And look, right now during this whole epidemic, people ain't making money. So I decided to go ahead and make a set of videos, teach you how to make some money. Who else is doing that right now? Are you willing to give up your skills and teach people how to make money doing what you do? Because I'm teaching people how to make money the way I make money in a side hustle. I made so much money in the past, a couple of years ago. I don't want to get too specific, but where I decided I was going to leave my career because the side hustle was too good, but because of benefits and the way things are made, set up these days, we decided as a family I better keep my benefits and keep going with what I do for a living. Come on, if you could do a better YouTube video, I'd love to see it.
That's the whole thing too. I'm down for that. I love that. If I ever got a negative comment, somebody didn't like something that I did or something that I said, send me a link to your video and I'll check out your video. And guess what? I'll learn from your video. That's what it's all about. We can't stop learning, people. We got to continue to learn because there's always going to be someone better than us at something. So if you're better than me at making salsa, let me see your salsa video. Send me a link. I want to watch it. And that's what it's all about. As a matter of fact, let me show you a picture real quick of the man who told me. He gave me some words of wisdom. He said, son, one day someone is going to come across your path and is going to be better than you, faster than you, stronger than you. And when that person comes through, learn from him. Be his friend. This is the guy who told me that right now. That back in the day. That's my pop. He passed away a couple years ago. Man, I really do miss him. But I learned a lot from that guy just by watching, and that's how we learn. We used to watch stuff. And then we pick it up and we take off with it. So yeah, please do better than us. Absolutely. Do better than us.
Hey, number one plumber. That's hilarious.
I wanted to tell you guys, One Eye's a great guy, and he if we learn to fix something, let's fix his filter. He did warn me before he came on. I said, we're going to keep it PG-13. But he's a great guy, a great friend of the channel, and he's just got a problem with his filter. But he wants me to fix something. I'm fixing to break wind in his general direction here. So. Hey, did he borrow your mask, Ed? Can you send that over to him?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, you ready? Go ahead. I'm ready. Do it.
Hey, listen. If Dale Lucid sticks up for you, I got your back, man. Dale Lucid, he's my boy. So he's like Blue. You're my Blue.
Boy, Blue.
Blue, my boy Blue. you look, Snake. If he backs you up, I got you, bro. I love criticism. I'll take it. Don't take my rebuttal as a negative rebuttal. I'm just saying that, you can't. Don't just give a statement without looking at other videos on the channel. Come back. There was somebody that was saying some negative statements about the Den of Tools and all the other YouTubers that were kind of doing his thing, like Dale, myself, and Jay. We're all doing kind of similar things, and he came at us pretty hard. And I went on his channel before I said anything. I watched maybe about 12, 13 videos on his channel, different timelines, and he only had about 40 videos. So I gathered enough information to create a response for him. And I came back and said, hey, man, listen, you're being negative, but you don't even know what we're talking about. You just keep saying that Snap-on is the best, that Mac is the best, and these tools are the best. And because you're coming at it from a position of a shop where all you do is wrench all day. But what you're not seeing is the guy sitting at his house that wants to try to change his brakes for the first time or change his oil for the first time. So when he can't afford Snap-on, he's going to be intimidated and turned off that first day just by thinking of buying a $100 ratchet. So, you know, he and I went back and forth, and I was completely respectful. And we Dale, you look frozen, bro. That's what Rodney says. So
yeah, Rodney, my monitor's about 10 feet high, so I'm trying to back up so I don't get too bad of a sunburn. I'm sorry, Ed. Go ahead.
No, it's good. It's good. So Snake, I love the feedback. Don't misunderstand. Keep bringing it on. We'll take it. But you gotta watch a few more videos. You gotta get a little more information before you come at it from just one statement from one video. So
but then again, Snake could be one of our buddies, and he's just pulling our legs. So it's all good. So you know you can't take everything in your comments, and you can't really harp on it too much. Look, I'm doing what I like to do. I'm gonna have several people who like it. I'm gonna have people who don't. If you don't watch. You know, appreciate the time that you did put forth. And I'm sorry I wasted your time, but come on, man. You know, everybody likes a certain something, and we can't hit everything you like. That's just the way it goes.
Hey, but at the same time, we're adjusting our content to meet more viewers, right? Absolutely. Because I'm not going to be sitting there and breaking ratchets every day. That's pretty boring. And to Snake's comment, he's right. If that's all you're going to do, that's pretty boring. Yeah. I'm not going to do that. That's why I have multiple videos on different subjects doing different things. Dale, you got a great kart series. If all you did was mod karts, I think I would have stopped watching, you know, about 30 videos ago. So no, it's true. He has Dale does different things. He talks about sales. He talks about modding carts. He talks about, I mean, he has this, he did that cool Cobra Kai thing. I'm waiting for a second video that was just like that. That's amazing. His Cobra Kai thing, man, dude, you got to do it again. Check it out. Look at that. Look what I got. My jewelry right here.
Back it up. Back it up. Back it up. Get it closer to you. Let's see. Let's see. There you go. Hold it up. Hold it up. Hold it up. Hold it up. It
looks like Ed, the old tech guy, do the next Cobra Kai video because he's got the wrench necklace, the wrench bling. This is bling.
Yeah, it's a bunch of wrenches that they all put together and made for Cobra Kai. Ow, this is actually.
I love the way the light catches it.
Here, let's see here. I gotta keep my anonymity.
Stay alive. Stay alive.
Oh yeah, staying alive. Look, you can't really see it. Let's see here. There you go. Check it out. Got the jewelry going on.
Bling bling.
So yeah, Dale did that video. I think it was one of the most funniest videos he ever did. And I like seeing content like that. I like seeing content like that. That's just me.
Yeah, and then also if you think about it, that's why I got all these personalities going on. You know, kind of my medicine, right? Kind of to deal with myself. But yeah, you got Jay Hustle out there. You got you got a Jay Turtle personality out there. You got to check it out. It's hilarious. So yeah, we're trying to get a little bit of everything going on, but then again, it is tough. So keep them comments going. We really do appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe to the 3 channels, please. One of the reasons that we need subscribers also is like Dale and Ed, they can do live streams. Oh, I don't have that many subscribers yet, so I can't do a live stream, you know. So there's certain things that YouTube wants from its creators, and once we satisfy YouTube's numbers, then we can grow, we can do better things. So yeah, keep subscribing, you know, get us out there.
Hey, I just want, and I want to bust a myth too. I guess I'm coming as Ed, the old mean tech guy today. I'm sorry. I'm actually a really happy, funny dude. So I gotta bust this myth. Making YouTube. Hey, yeah, that's right. Hey, if any of my family's watching, hey, can I get a beer? Anyways, so I'll say this: if a lot of people don't know how much money you put in before you ever start making videos on YouTube. A lot of people say, oh, I just grab my phone and start making videos. And by the way, if you're watching this and you want to be a YouTuber, or you're thinking about doing YouTube, it starts with that first video, and it's going to be janky. No, he's like, no, it's going to be janky. It's going to be horrible. It's going to be disgusting. Go ahead and try it. Go for it.
Put it out there. Drop it.
You know, and if you're embarrassed by it and you don't like it, then give up. But if you want to keep trying, because every video I make, my next video, I try to make it even better than the last. And that's what you got to do. But here's the thing. You're going to spend money. I've spent money. I pay a monthly subscription for my editing software. I pay for extra parts for my phone to do video on the camera better. I spent on a microphone. I keep spending. Dark Ratchetness costs money. All these things cost money, and it takes time to ever even get there. Oh, wait a minute. Number one plumber's got a really good question. Mexican lasagna recipe, man. He's got to go on the channel. That's not my channel. I love you, number one plumber. I actually know who you are now. Love for you, brother. But that's got to be Jay Hungry, bro. Hey, Jay Story, you got to get out the chair. You got to bring Jay Hungry.
Yeah. Well, that'd be nice, but you know, some recipes got to stay in the family. You know, I mean, I can't give you guys my grandfather's milanesa recipe, but I came real close to it. But speaking of my grandpa, check this one out. Oh yeah, that was me at prom. Look at that.
Oh man, you had hair.
Grandpa. Yeah,
you had hair, bro.
Yeah. Thanks to my grandfather, man. Without that guy, and you know what? That's one of the reasons too. My motivations for starting YouTube was because I've lost two of the best men in my life. I have photos and I cherish the memories, but if I could have got some of their wisdom on camera, if I could have made a video, you know, unfortunately, the video that I got of my father was when he was in hospice. Oh, and by the way, Valen,
Tor
Valen, man, my heart goes out to you. You just don't know how much I really appreciate you playing for my father while he was in hospice. But man, that was something really special. And I to this day I appreciate it. I subscribe to your channel, looking forward for more content. But yeah, flip side to what Ed was saying also, believe it or not, I am on my only camera right now, my phone, and you can do it. But the reason why I can do it is because it's a newer phone. So you got to spend money somewhere, somehow. Eventually, you'll spend money. But you can. There's software out there. All my videos are off the phone, and they're edited on the phone. Unless I do something really special, then I take it to EdTheOldTechGuy, and he hooks it up, and he works his skills. So you can do it only on a phone, but you're only going to reach a certain level. So absolutely, you know, and I do have a full-time job also. So if I could drop some change and maybe upgrade on some things, I would. But I think for right now, if you guys deal with me and deal with my budget, I think in the future we'll blow the lid right off of this thing, you know. So that's what we're hoping for. What do you think, Dale? How much have you spent, Dale, on YouTube?
You know, just on I don't know. There's a lot of people out here from my channel. If you guys remember Project Blue Sky, if you don't, go out and check out my playlist on Project Blue Sky. Before the donations, I put like $2,000 of my own money into it before we got done with it. So it was a pretty expensive project. I don't even want to. My wife might be in hearing distance. I don't want to put an exact number on the figure.
See,
that's the bad thing about YouTube. That's the other bad thing is once you put it out there, man, it's stuck out there.
Yeah, and if you look like a total dork, you can't take it back. It's out there. It's out there forever. So you're taking a major risk. You know what? So I've done sales in the past. Dale, I think you've probably worked around some sales engineers and done stuff like that in the past. I'll tell you guys, that's pretty scary to do public speaking. When you put a video out there, the whole world can your mistakes and rewind them and see them over and over again. So Noe Garcia got a good question here. Do you think that my iPhone 3GS will work to start my channel. Absolutely. I'd love to see it.
Yeah.
It's going to be all like, hey, everybody, it's no egg.
You gotta start somewhere. Start somewhere, bro. Start somewhere.
Yeah, man. So at least he's trying. So let's see, Michael here. Junior Kelly, thanks. There's great stuff there.
Yeah.
Well, did I put the wrong thing up? Let me see. What is it going to put? Oh, here.
We'll like that comment. Keep
There's
the comment.
All
right. Junior Kelly, you're the man. Thanks for subscribing, bro.
Awesome. Good.
Thanks for subscribing. So yeah, in there you'll meet some. Oh wait, hold on. You're dialing up again.
What's going on? What is that?
That's the dial-up. That's the wrong one.
What?
So
I thought we were past that technology.
No,
Uh-oh.
That's Dark Ratchetness right there. That's who you're gonna meet on my channel there, Junior. You're gonna meet some Dark Ratchetness. And yes, I know Disney totally owns it, but sorry, Disney, I'm using it.
Get out of here.
Let's see. Isabella says, yes. What do you guys think about starting other things? For instance, a podcast. I would think about doing a podcast. I don't think linguistically I'm refined enough to talk for an hour and a half to 2 hours, and I think I'd bore people with.
We can only be funny for one hour a night,
But you know what? You know what? Start with 15 minutes. Start with 15 minutes. I remember I didn't know what to do, so I got a couple of 30-second videos out there. So yeah, why not? Just see where it goes. Try something.
Absolutely. I just, I was talking with Dale. I can't compete with some of these other YouTubers that are good looking and show half their body and work on a car. I'm just not going to compete like that, man. I got a dad bod. It ain't going to work out. Let's see. When is Ed the Old Tech Guy going to have some merch? Oh boy, I need some merch. Who can help me do some merch? Anybody watching this channel work on silk screening and stuff? Is silk screening still a thing? I love silk screening. I wanted to do that as a kid. I wanted to be a silk screener. But
I actually called up a buddy of mine who does silk screening. I wanted to get some bandanas so that when you fold them up and you put them on, it says J Who, but they're not working right now. So
man, yeah. So we got Michael says at Marisol, gotta get the merch. That's right, girl. You need yourself a big Ed the Old Tech Guy hat right there, and maybe my blue circle like that. I'm thinking of updating my wait a minute. Grim's got a question here. So Ed, I see the fam came through on getting a beer. Absolutely. I love my fam. Thank you. If you're watching the stream, I love you. Nothing but love. But Grim, I don't know what you're doing, bro, but you should be having one of these. It's that time. I know you probably got to work tomorrow.
Hey, Ed.
Yeah.
You keep showing that bottle. Are you a shill for Modelo?
Hey, it's just that I'm boycotting Corona right now.
Can I be serious for a minute here? I'm sure that these guys will probably know just about what I'm talking about, but I really was a little bit, kind of butthurt or whatever you call it. There's a couple of really good popular channels that I like that all of us like. And I think that there's been some misunderstanding between these two guys and a disagreement has broke out. And I'm almost sure it's just simple misunderstandings. You know how you can make comments back and forth or, you say something, it's not necessarily aimed at anybody, but all of a sudden somebody thinks it might be aimed at them, or maybe it actually is. But, everybody's a little bit wired right now and crazy and everything. But, maybe it's gone too far. Maybe these guys can't work it out. But I really think they're both great content creators. And I hope things patch up there. And at the very least, I hope they smooth out a little bit. Maybe it's gone too far to fix things, but I hope it smooths out because they're really a couple of great guys, and I appreciate them a lot. Now, while I've got you all down anyway, I want to take just a minute to tell you about something coming up. Maybe you've seen this banner that I have here that's going on below. I just wanted to let everyone know that our friends over at Olight, now you'll remember I gave away that Olight i5TC limited edition. Tomorrow, all day tomorrow, so don't go out there tonight. In the comments below, there's all kinds of links and information. But tomorrow, check this out here on this banner. 100% of their proceeds, everything they make. So there's no affiliate links where we're going to make money or anything. So if you do use the affiliate link, it's just because they're counting how many people come over from my channel and help them out. But they're giving 100% of everything they make tomorrow to getting supplies. And let me just say this, it doesn't say it here, but I linked to a video where they were talking about this. They are already giving away these medical supplies. They didn't even wait for this sale. They're getting them out there where they need to be. So they're going to have a special on this kind of metallic blue baton series, and they've got a keychain series. This is like the brightest keychain flashlight you will ever see. All the proceeds are going to go to medical supplies for those frontline heroes that are out there helping with coronavirus. And this little logo that you see in the center here is going to be branded on this flashlight. So these sell out, they will sell out quick and they'll be gone, So if you guys are interested in that, also they're giving away, if you buy something, you can throw a package of like 15 face masks. And when was the last time you saw one of those in a store? But they'll throw in a package of 15 face masks, only one per family, one package. For free when you make your order. They also have, you can get a printed version of it, or you can go out there without buying anything and you can download for free a booklet that they have with some really good information on the virus and symptoms, effects, that kind of stuff. Just really good information. Or you can throw a printed version in the cart for free with your purchase. Now, it's going to be in the comments below, and it's also going to be on this ticker. I really appreciate you guys showing up, and I really appreciate you giving me a chance to chill the hell out of Olight here for just a second. So we'll get back to the entertainment here.
Yeah, not a problem. No problem, man. No problem.
Hey, all I know, Dale, is that I missed out on that Olight that you gave out the other day. I wanted it. I know you made me feel better by sending me the Cobra Kai chain. That's awesome. I like it, but I really wanted that light. I could use that thing. These Chicago streets are kind of dark. That's awesome. I like it. Uh-oh. We're having some technical difficulties.
Sorry about that.
Having some technical difficulties. That's not good.
That's me. That's all good.
That's what it sounds like.
What's going on?
Oh, man. Oh, Dale, what kind of stream you running over here, bro? You still on 256K? You still on 64K, man? You need me to bring you some DWDM over some single mode fiber out there? He's like, what?
I've got a satellite dish in the yard that my dog hides under when it gets too hot.
Hey, man. What is that?
Here is a picture that Paul sent me of the Olight flashlight that he won in the giveaway. So, just go ahead and drool over that, Ed, see, because it's his.
Oh, man.
I think he's trying to give us an idea of how big it is there, but his flashlight, Ed, knock it off. Good stuff there.
Hey,
If Paul is out there or Paul watches this video later, thank you a lot, Paul. Everybody was congratulating me on winning the flashlight, and I'm glad you got it without a hiccup.
You fortunate dog, you.
Are you guys ready? All of us, put your hands up and let's give Paul some golf claps.
There you go.
Golf claps, Paul. Golf claps.
I would have taken that thing and called it Goldfinger. And put it, and it would have been in my little side pocket all the time.
Hey, everybody, check out who just walked in here. It's Mrs. Me.
Mrs. Me.
Me.
Hi there.
Hey, how you doing, Mrs. Lucid? How you all doing?
I'm glad to start my weekend.
Oh yeah. Hey, by the way, I heard you had a channel and I subscribed.
Thank you very much.
He hope that you work.
He has all the time in the world to work on his.
Hey, you should make more appearances on Dale's live stream. The last live stream that he had, and we were talking about the giveaway, and I heard you guys talking in the background. It was awesome. You should make more appearances.
Oh, I'll certainly think about it.
Oh no, don't think about it. Come on, you got to grace us with your greatness. We need to see a little bit more of you.
Yeah, whenever we can get family support, we love it. So that's great.
Well, he knows I support him.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was nice. I was going to come in and go, oh, Lucy, I'm home. You have some explaining to do. That was nice.
Hey, so I'm sorry I kept your husband up till like midnight last night. We were up talking. We were being boys.
Hey-o.
We were being boys, having a long conversation about all kinds of stuff.
Did you tell Jay what happened last night?
I did, but after we crashed the car, had the drinks, got busted by the police, I had to stop. I couldn't go on anymore with the story.
You saw him stop and get a bunch of ones out of the ATM. I don't know what that was about.
Here we go again.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, Mrs. Lucid, I did not meet your husband at a wet t-shirt contest. He did not win the first prize. It's a lie. I don't know who started it. I think it was Joe Smith. But I think if he did do a wet t-shirt contest, he would win.
It wouldn't be the craziest thing he's done. He used to go out with his buddies in Arkansas, and they would take him to the titty bar. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh
sit
no!
in the front row with the wrong guy.
All the teas?
That was the old Dale. That was the evil Dale.
We just lost a few points on our PG-13 rating on this video.
Yeah, that makes a lot for that.
What, Mrs. Lucid? Why don't you tell us a little bit about your channel? I know you do some stuff. I heard you trying to help people save some money.
Yeah. I like my channel's about helping people save money and just having fun on a dime. You know, a lot of us have to live on a budget, and so might as well try to make the most of it, right?
Oh yeah, but I don't know why you're trying to live on a budget when you have all that Dale Lucid money. I mean, that guy's got so much money, he's giving away tools.
That guy knows how to spend money.
Hey, we love your husband, by the way. Thank you for letting us borrow him. He makes some of the funnest videos. Don't let him quit unless he's too sick to do it. Don't let him ever get too depressed not to do it.
Oh, he's sick. He's a sick man.
Yeah, that can't be cured.
Well, by the way, we're being rude. I'm Ed, the old tech guy, connoisseur of all kinds of weird things. And then you've got my buddy over here.
We're just Jay. We'll stick with Jay.
Okay, Jay.
All right.
So yeah, great. Nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you guys. All right, I'm gonna let you back over. I'm gonna go see what Karen has got to do because
now get on out to the kitchen and fix me a sandwich.
There you go. I like it.
Go fix yourself a sandwich and make me.
Uh-oh.
She's making me look bad now, you guys. She's making me look bad.
See you all later.
Hey, hey, have you ever heard of that guy, King of the One-Liners? Oh my God! If you guys
Rodney? Ooh, which one?
No. So you're thinking about Rodney Dangerfield, right? So Rodney Dangerfield was inspired by this guy in the old days called the King of the One-Liners, right? I can't remember his name. I'd have to look it up on the internet real quick. That guy had jokes, man. He was hilarious. He's like, and please don't get offended. I'm only repeating it. It was funny back in the day.
Maybe you shouldn't.
Maybe I shouldn't, but it's hilarious. It is actually, if anybody's seen the Goodfellas movie, they actually cut a piece in there and have the line in there, and the King of the One-Liners is like, hey, my wife, she's always bugging me that she wants to go someplace new, someplace special. And so I grabbed her by the hand and took her to the kitchen. and he says these crazy jokes like that the whole time. And of course, there are jokes of his time, because we're talking about the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, you know, and they're hilarious. And Roger Dangerfield was inspired by him. That's why I used to say, I get no respect. I get no respect, right? Because he learned that, you know, way of talking from that guy. And it's hilarious. If anybody just wants to listen to some jokes right now while things are kind of depressing a little bit, throw that on. I promise you, you'll hear a joke and laugh. It's not dirty. There's no swear words in it. There's no, you know, maybe, you know, it talks about some edgy stuff with some of the stuff that goes on today. But I mean, it's not like Eddie Murphy or nothing. That's hilarious, but bad, very bad.
Yeah, very, very, very. Hey, Michael asked us a question. He says, if you three each had to pick one tool that is your favorite for whatever reason, functionality, brand, what is your one favorite tool? Well, let's start with how about Dale? How about you take that one? Number one.
I gotta say, if you called the Harbor Freight cart, you know, your tool cart that's going to hold your tools, or your tool holder, even above my Husky, I would have to say, for everything that it is, the 5-drawer tool cart is the best thing I have ever owned in that whole arena, bar none. That would be mine.
What about you, Ed?
Well, I got it right here. Oh yeah, check it out, my Makita. I'm a big Makita fan, guys. I know I haven't gotten a chance to talk about videos on my Makita stuff, but you know, you want to know what killed it? Seriously, I love the Den of Tools. I totally love it, and I'm in the middle of planning. I got all my plans of all my videos that are going to come up, and I'm writing them all down and saying I'm going to do this, 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 and this. And then Jeff at the Den of Tools says, "Oh, nobody talks enough about Makita, so I'm going to talk about Makitas." And he does a video series on Makitas and starts talking about Makitas, and then says, "Nobody talks about Makita. That's why I'm doing it." And I'm like, "Oh my God, dude, you just took it away from me." I was going to do a whole series on Makita and take apart my Makita tools and everything. So I'm letting that heat or energy die down a little bit, so it doesn't feel like I'm totally biting or stealing from Jeff. But
that's why you shouldn't write stuff down and just go for it, man. You write stuff down and it gets out in the world somehow, and people start taking your ideas, man.
Well, unless he's reading my notes on my phone.
Hey, you never know. We got cameras everywhere now. Maybe he tapped in. I don't know.
You know, I have probably about 30 videos written down that I'm going to do, because I got so many videos in my head, and every few days more come in. So I'm just backed up. The problem is that it takes so much time to produce, direct, and edit that you know, I can't get to everything. And then things happen like what's happening right now with the epidemic, and I get an idea of working on laptops. So Jay, why don't you tell us about your tool?
Well, actually, I know when we had, I was thinking one thing then another, but I got to go with my favorite tool is a Skillsaw worm drive. I am a carpenter by trade. I learned how to actually frame houses, and this one saw in particular was one of my first major expensive buys, and I bought it over 20 years ago, and I still have it. And actually, I cut off my fingertip with it. So you talk about having an emotional attachment to a tool. There it is right there. I don't know if you could see it, but I cut off my fingertip. It got sewn back on. So every time I see my finger, I think of my saw.
I cut my fingertips on a Burkle slicer that cuts ham and cheese. The ones that you see at the deli. It's kind of funny because I was at Jewel. I was working on it. I used to be a technician for that. And I'm checking the blade, and all of a sudden I forgot the blade was running. Sometimes some of us develop the bad habit of, you know, rubbing your fingers across, and if you hear a sound like a high-pitched ding, it told you that the blade was very sharp. So I did that, and I forgot that the blade was running, and wham, 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 I took a bunch of my fingertips off. And I was like, I was like, oh no. Oh man.
Crazy.
So now that you talked about the tool that you could have, what about your oldest tool, Jay? What's the oldest tool you got in your toolbox, man?
Well, that's hard to say because most of my tools came from the flea market, so I couldn't even tell you how old. But I will tell you that I also have a small Craftsman roller tool cart, sort of like the one that you bought. And then I have another Craftsman stacked on top of that one, but it's a little shorter. And that was actually given to me by an uncle when I bought my house. And I screwed those things together. So a lot of my tools, there's a lot of sentiment to a lot of the tools that I have. You know, I was one of those guys. I was one of those guys who didn't have a lot of money, needed to fix something, ran to the flea market, you know, bought a wrench, bought a socket, and slowly. And I have a lot of those. I still have a lot of those older tools. But man, you know what? What a great feeling it is when you can buy something that you know is worth it and it's good. I got a DeWalt system. Actually, I didn't even buy it. I did a plumbing job for somebody, and they said, "Well, how much are you going to charge me?" I said, "Okay, go to Home Depot, and you're going to buy this 20-volt DeWalt kit. That's what I want." So I did a plumbing job, all the plumbing under the sink, sweat all the copper, all that stuff. And sure enough, as soon as I got done, I had my brand new DeWalt 20-volt drill, and it's that itself is about about 7 years old, I think, and it's still going. I use it every day, so I love that tool.
So check this out. That's my USA. Look at that. This is one of the many USA made Craftsman ratchets that I have, and this is again tools that I want to hand down to my kids. Just like I mentioned in one of my videos, I got a lot of USA made tools that I want to hand down to the kids. I don't want to keep beating them up because tools made in America is becoming a less of a thing. They're getting made everywhere else now. And like we found with that cart, it says made in America, but everything else is sourced worldwide.
Right.
Basically mean everything is in China, and then you have a small assembly line that puts it together here and boxes it up. That's basically what they're saying.
All the tools in America now are just the ones that don't use a blinker when they make a turn. So in America.
And I have no. I am while I would love for all tools to be made in America, I'm not going to fight one way or the other. I'm just going to buy what makes sense and what I can use today. Everybody in every field that is out there has learned the lesson. Either you keep making things cheaper, better, faster, or you're going to go out of business. You know, you look at Ford, they're learning that lesson. You look at Chevy, they're learning that lesson. Honda, Toyota, actually, if you look at it, there's no reason why Toyota and Honda should be dominating in the United States. They spend just as much money as we do on labor and everything else, but their products have they were just, you know what? As somebody who works on those cars, they're easier to troubleshoot and they're easier to repair. That's what I found. When I've worked on American cars, the Chevys and stuff, they've got brackets. They got two brackets to hold a bracket to hold the alternator. Why? Why do you have that? Think about the Cadillac engine that is so hated. It's so hated. I'm trying to remember.
What is it? The North Star?
North Star. Yeah, the North Star engine. It's hated. You know why? Because somebody decided to put the starter inside the engine. You got to take half the engine apart to change the starter. Why? Why did you do that? And that actually comes in a really cool car, in an Oldsmobile Aurora. And that car, my wife and I went to the auto show, and she was my girlfriend at the time. And we were touring the auto show, and she saw it. And she's like, "I'm in love with that car. I want that car." It was our dream car, an Oldsmobile Aurora. I love Oldsmobile. That was my dad's car. And now that my daughter grew up, we got her an old beat up one so that she can have. It was kind of our dream car. It's a car that she can use. And I'm working on this North Star engine, and I am sitting there thinking I want to punch the engineer in the face, because who designs a car like that? And then you're mad that cars are being made somewhere else. You know, that's the big problem. You know, Ford should be dominating on trucks. They have some of the best trucks out there, but then they get cheap. Then they buy some weird company, right? And they start using their equipment in there. Horrible, horrible. Michael says that heard another mechanic recently say that Hondas are easier to work on. Absolutely. Hondas are the best to work on. I'm going to give you a perfect example, right? So a Honda.
Shill alert. Shill alert.
Oh,
Still,
I own and drive nothing but Hondas right now. I'm telling
Shill.
Chill. So I'll give you a perfect example. If you're troubleshooting the switches on the windows for a Honda compared to an American car, the switches are individually wired to either a board or the main board on the car. So you can trace the single set of wires back. On an American car, they're all tied, or some of the American cars I've worked on, I should say. I'm not going to say everyone. I may be wrong, but all the American cars that I've worked on thus far, they're tied. So if one switch goes out, they all go out. Or if one switch has a problem, it's wired to another door or some crazy, insane stuff like that. And it's so much work to just do. It's ridiculous. I had an American car that I worked on where I fixed the switch and something else broke on it. And I was like, how could that be? The switch should just connect straight to the computer. And that's it. And why do you need a switch to connect to the computer anyways? All you need is power for up and down. That's it. You don't need all that other crazy stuff. So,
Somebody just clipped that in there. Clippy got us.
Clippy.
Ref takes a point.
Hey, Grimmy, I saw your comment about Toyotas. That Toyota pickup truck. You know, when I get ready to get myself that new truck, believe me, I think that's what I want. That what is it? The TRD, Toyota TRD pickup. Oh man, I love that thing, man. That thing's awesome.
Evan, you're absolutely right. Hondas are reliable. Hondas are having some problems right now. You know, there is that oil dilution thing happening with the turbos. So, by the way, my suggestion, I'm not Eric the car guy. He knows Hondas way better than I do. But that oil dilution situation, stay away from the turbo ones if you can. Try to stick with the non-turbo Hondas. You'll be happy.
If it doesn't have an R22 in it, I don't want it.
Are you talking about for the air conditioning?
Do I look like a car guy?
Well, okay. So I know we talked a little bit about cars, but Dale, come on. So why did you get into tools, man? You got into the tool community talking about tool videos, and really, you're not a wrencher, right? This is the thing I get all the time from different people. Ed, you're a techie. You're a tech guy. What are you talking about tools? You don't know nothing about tools. As a matter of fact, Plumber, the best plumber number one that's been writing in the comments, is the one that got me into Makita. And ever since then, I've been a crazy Makita guy. So it's not like I've had a long love affair with tools. I have had it with some tools like Craftsman, but not all tools. And as I go along learning different things, I start buying more tools. But they'll say, you're nobody to talk about tools. You don't know nothing. You never wrenched. That's why you like Harbor Freight. And I think it's a stupid thing to say. So, Dale, why did you get into tools? Why did you get into the tool community? What are you liking so much?
Well, it's funny, and I'm going to try to keep this very short because I've been told that I'm verbose. So
compared to Ed, the old tech guy,
look it up, Evan. Look it up. You have to check out Evan and his dad. It's one of my favorite channels. I love to watch those two work on stuff. They're fantastic. They're doing a trailer project right now, so it's a great channel. But you know, I grew up really poor. I mean, we came out where I live now to Arizona when I was just a kid, about 9 years old. But before that, we lived in the projects in Indianapolis. And so we moved out here, and I was from a single parent family. You know, my dad left when we were a kid. And so there wasn't a lot of money. We were really poor. And so there was no go hire a plumber. There was no go hire a mechanic. We had, you know, I learned to fix stuff myself. You know, I got some tools from my grandfather, like Jay who did. I got, and mostly just kind of collected tools. I think, blue light specials from Kmart or something, if that dates me.
Yeah.
But I had one of those real, OG Army, Army ammunition boxes, the flip top ones like you can get at Harbor Freight now. And I had my tools in that I worked on my own motorcycles. I replumbed my mom's whole house. We were like trailer trash or something. That's all we could afford. And it was a hokey setup, and I replumbed the whole thing myself, figured out how to do it. I learned electricity. And I was always so proud of my tools, that I would use them, and then I clean them all up and put them back in my toolbox. And that was before, channel locks. We were talking about this last night, before channel locks cost $1 million, because channel locks was the only one who made channel locks. And so you bought channel locks, and they were cheap, but on the shelf at Kmart or wherever you got them. So, you had all those tools that are all name brands now. And I was really proud of them. So and I've just always loved tools. I wish I was better at doing stuff with tools actually than what I am. But I love working with tools. I love figuring out how stuff works. I love being creative. And that's just, and I had to start a YouTube channel, so I had an excuse to buy some.
Well, before we move to Jay and ask the same question, hey guys, if you haven't hit the like button, could you please do so? Let's all hit the like button. I actually had to go on my phone and hit the like button. Jay, if you haven't done it, go ahead and do it real quick. Go on your phone and hit the like button.
I might have to hit it later because.
Yeah. Don't mess up your stream. yeah. Don't mess up your stream. So, also, I was going to mention, if you got family members around the house that all have a phone and would be interested in the stream, why don't you guys have them connect to the stream right now? If you got 4 people with 4 phones in your house, we should have 4 phones connected to the stream. Come on, let's do it.
Yeah, and again, this is in order for us. It's in order for YouTube to say, hey, this guy's making some waves. People like him. Let's support him. Let's help him out. Let's get that guy going. So again, it's not just a feel-good thing. It actually does matter when you guys like and subscribe. So hit that button. Doesn't cost a thing.
Hey, and we're not gonna get rich out of YouTube, everybody. Don't think that. I got this weird feeling that everybody thinks that, oh, you think you're gonna get rich out of YouTube. YouTube is it's a career. Because you're doing YouTube videos, you must make money. We don't make any money, at least I don't at my level, and some of us are making very little money. And don't worry about the money we make. We don't make much.
Speak for yourself, peasants.
I think we're too ugly and too old to be millionaires off of YouTube.
We're just having fun creating content, doing goofy videos. And listen, what I'd like to hear in the comments is 2 things, okay? So listen real quick, okay? 2 things I want to hear. Number 1, what type of videos do you think we should be making? Is there something else we should be doing differently? And the other one, I want to hear what kind of car you drive or what's your favorite kind of car. Let's put that in the comments.
Let's go through ours real quick. What was the most favorite car that you owned?
Me?
Yeah, let's see a chance of that question while we're waiting for the comments to come up.
Okay. For me, the coolest car I ever owned was a 1996 Mustang. Yeah, that was about the coolest car. I was poor, guys, so I bought it used and beat up. I don't have much of many cars I can go. You know what? But that's not my favorite car. I'm going to be honest with you. That was not my favorite car, even though it was probably the most powerful and the coolest. My favorite car was my first car, which was a 1987 Nissan Sentra, stick shift. And I used to drive my girlfriend everywhere in that car. So that is my favorite car right there.
Nice.
Jay, what about you, bro? And I know you got cool cars, bro. You're going to make me sound bad. So I don't want to talk about it. But you go ahead.
You know what? So this is a story within itself, but it's got to be my first car. Paid $200 for it. It was a 1974 Fleetwood Cadillac Brougham. And the worst thing you can do is give a Latin kid a big car. We used to pack. There used to be 10 of us. We ride 5 in the front, 5 in the back, and this was obviously when I was thinner. And man, we used to ride that car up and down everywhere. Gas was like I think $1.05 a gallon, and man, that was my ultimate favorite car. So if I get an opportunity, that besides the Toyota, I would get the Toyota first though. But if I ever come across some of that YouTube money that everybody says we have, I definitely go back and get that 1974 Fleetwood Cadillac Brougham. That thing was awesome. And actually, my wife got to ride in it, and she came with me on the day I sold it. And the only reason I sold it was I wanted some money to be able to take my wife out on a date. But she told me, she says, do not sell this car. And I didn't listen. And 22 years later, I'm still not listening.
All right, I gotta pause right there. Junior Kelly. Man, dude, that's awesome, bro. That's an awesome car right there.
I got to ask Frank if he had a mullet when he had that Trans Am, because that's. Hold on, let me turn this off, Frank, because I'm not playing. You know, I was in quarantine for 2 weeks, so you can see my mullet taking over back here. I look like that girl from TV.
Hey, those of us that remember that show still have a crush on her. So, all right. So Michael says my favorite vehicle. Oh, he's fancy vehicle has been a 2005 Ford Ranger. Not cool, just what I have liked most. Still running. As for vids, I just like the real DIYer feel of your contents. Oh, thanks. So you like when I go ahead and just do well, maybe he's not talking about me, maybe he's talking about Jay. He wasn't specific as to who the content was, but sounds like he likes the real DIYer stuff. He wants us to dig in and just show how to fix stuff. So that's good advice.
Michael, I'll tell you what, Michael, do me a favor. You like the DIY. I still haven't come up with a name for that thingamabob thing, the oil holder container. I haven't come up with a name for that thing yet, and I got to make another video so we can name it. So, hey, check that video out and leave a comment. What do you think I should name it?
Okay, I get to say my favorite car now, because you guys are going to think I'm a liar, and you're like, what's a blind guy doing driving anyway? I had cars. I had a lot of cars. I back when the cops had a lot better sense of humor, I used to drive a little bit, but I don't drive anymore because they get mad now. They ain't playing around, man. They'll pull you out and slam you on the concrete. But you guys are not going to believe me. I bet you're going to think I've had a lot of cool cars, but my favorite one was a 1970 Olds Cutlass 442.
Ooh,
I had
nice.
that was, man, I tell you what, that thing had a shift kit in that turbo hydro 400 transmission. You would drop that thing into gear, and the whole car would just kind of go woof, like it was ready to go. It's like you could almost hear it screeching the brakes, man. Like,
man, we used to strip cutlasses. They used to be stolen, and they used to put them. They used to leave them next to our house. And my older brother, he used to know how to strip cars. He kind of learned about tools. I talked a little bit about this on Joe Smith's show, and he knew how to use tools. I didn't, and he used to strip cars, man. He used to sell parts, man. You need some wheels, bro? You know, go take them wheels out. So by the time the cops came and investigate what happened to that car, all the evidence was gone.
All gone, yeah.
All gone.
Yeah,
That's city living, man.
Story.
That's
story. Just like your brother, when I was in high school, I came to I had an allowance. My parents gave me $20 a week. That was for bus and lunch. And you know, in high school, you know, you want things as a kid, right? So you can't get them because you're rolling around with $20 in your pocket all week long. So one of the things that I noticed was on the Chevy Caprices, some of the bumpers had a rubber strip across the front of it, and I saw a lot of guys with the chrome bumper, and I started asking questions. How come your car has a chrome bumper and that one has the rubber strip? And they would tell me, oh, that's because Chevy Caprices certain years had all chrome, and then they went to the rubber. So I was like, oh, okay. So I went to the junkyards and I started taking the all chrome bumpers, as many chrome bumpers as I could find. I take them home, and the guys in the neighborhood, since the Chevy Caprices were the hot cars, they'd drive around the corner and I'd stop them in the street. Hey, I got a chrome bumper for that. I got a chrome bumper for that. And they'd bring the car around to the back of my house, and I'd switch the bumpers out, and I'd make money like that. And then the old bumper, I'd go scrap it for metal. So I'd make money on top of money. But those were times were a lot simpler. And that's actually one of the ways I started learning about how to use tools. What's the proper tool? You know, I remember having like this little tiny ratchet, you know, one of those small ones. And I said, and I told myself, you know, I put a bar on it, but then I saw one that was a little bit longer. And that's how you get to know what kind of tools you need for the right job. So that was definitely a good, that was the J hustle in me, I guess you could say.
Yeah, the only thing I remember about that, you were saying Caprice, right?
Yeah, Chevy Caprice.
I remember having one of those, and I remember that, you know, those were the cop cars and the retired cop cars and the retired taxis. I had one. I was going to work, and well, I'm just going to make it a short story, but I'll tell you what, that thing died on me. There were so many times when I had to have it towed out of my driveway, you know, just abusing it because I couldn't afford to get it fixed or whatever. And, you know, it get towed out of my driveway, and there was a little place there in Arkansas that probably Joe could tell you about, Joe Smith, that remanufactured carburetors, and it seemed like that's what it always was on that Caprice. And man, those guys would come get it, and they're like, oh yeah, you know, carburetor again. They put a reman carburetor back on there. That thing run like brand new again. I could start picking up rides, man. Hey, $20, take you to town, brother.
All right, guys. Your worst mistake you ever made with tools. Like, come on, man. Worst mistake you ever made with tools. I've done some really stupid stuff. I was trying to help somebody, and I stripped the spark plug on the engine. Yeah.
No bueno. No bueno.
That's how you learn. And it was a hot engine on an aluminum chassis, and I just went to town at it. Still embarrassed till this day about it. And it's not the only mistake I've made with tools, but that's the one that cost the most, I think.
Yeah. Wow, that's something else. Well, I mean, I got tons of mistakes with tools. One was cutting my finger off. I think that's at the top. But then it doesn't stop there. I had a table saw. I was feeding a piece of wood through it, and it nicked my thumb. That was not pretty. I was looking for blood. My finger was bleeding. I was looking all over, and I couldn't find it. And then I look up in the ceiling, and you just see all the blood. It was thrown up on the ceiling.
You know what the bright side of that is, though, Jay, is that now you're qualified to be a junior high shop teacher.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a junior high shop teacher that wasn't missing a thumb trying to teach you how to use the saw.
Right.
Come on over here, kids. No, we'll just stand back here, bro. Go ahead.
And you know what? That's funny you said that, because I took the high school I went to. We had shop classes. That was their thing, Lane Tech in Chicago. And our shop teacher, our wood, what was it called? It was called cabinet making. One of the first things that he did, he took a piece of wood, he turned on the table saw, full, it was going. And he took the class to the side, and he throws this piece of wood on the table, on the blade as it's spinning. And it shot that thing across the room, and it hit the clock, and the clock fell down, all this noise. All the kids were freaked out, like, what? Why did he do this? He shuts off the table saw, and he looks at us and goes, "Nobody F around in this class." And that was our first safety training in high school.
My worst mistake, you guys are going to love this one. don't tell my wife, she still doesn't know this story. She thinks she picked up a goat head. If you're from Arizona, you know what a goat head. She bought one of those cool beach cruiser bikes. You guys see those things? With the pastel colors and colored wheels, and and she was really proud of that thing too. And I was out in the shop. I wasn't even working on that thing. I was out in the shop and I was trying to organize my tool bag. And she'll tell you sometimes I get really frustrated and get angry and throw little temper tantrums. And I was messing around in that electrical tool bag and I stabbed myself with a really sharp electrical probe. That has a real sharp end where you can poke through the insulation, and it was a test light. Poked the heck out of myself and it started bleeding. Man, I grabbed that thing and I'm like, oh, you don't want to go in the bag, huh? And I threw a temper tantrum fit and I threw the thing. It ricocheted off the ground and stuck right in the tire of her bicycle. I just heard this.
Oh.
That's a true story. She's like, she comes in, I guess I got a flat tire. You better fix my tire. I'm like, yeah, I'll fix it for you, baby. What do you think happened?
Yeah, I think as we get older, well, I don't know about Dale. I don't know how long ago that was, but I think as we get older, we kind of tend to realize that we do make mistakes, and then you just shake it off and you try to fix it as best as you can.
Hey, I gotta say something special to a buddy of mine that I know is watching. If you're watching this, I am Batman. So, and there's somebody else that I know that's watching this probably, and if he's not, I hope he replays it. But he always talks about his shop teacher, Mr. Foley, and every time we go do anything on a piece of car or do got to change a tire, Mr. Foley used to tell us to do it this way. This is Mr. Foley's way. The guy doesn't even know how to pick up I'm talking about my brother, so he doesn't know how to really wrench. He just likes to tell you what Mr. Foley how Mr. Foley told him how to wrench. But he knows some stuff. He used to know a lot about tools, but he's become a little more and more office guy. So, but other than that, that's the only shop teacher I know, Mr. Foley, and I never met him. He's
Hey,
Nathaniel, tell us about Mr. Foley.
I like Plumber's comment about duct tape. Yeah, duct tape is great. You got to have a roll of duct tape with you whenever you're working out in the field or working on tools. Have that duct tape handy. That comes through. Definitely.
So Nathaniel says something here. Says, nah, get this. I didn't do this, but I was present when this happened to my friend. We were changing out a water pump, and when he was putting the bolts back on to tighten it, what happened? Oh, he made one of many turns, and the bolt broke. Instead, it was pain getting it out. So it sounds like he stripped the bolt, and he broke it in the water pump. Yeah. My older brother, I'm picking on him because I love him. But I got to tell you, he was working on a car one time because we were dirt poor, man. And you had to work on your car, man. That's how you're going to save money. You can't take it to a mechanic. Mechanic was for rich people. So he's working on his car, and this guy decides he had been cruising. He'd been cruising with his girlfriend and thinking he's all cool. And then his car's acting funny. He brings it to the house, go get some tools. He's acting all toughing and puffing. Gets to the car, lifts up the hood, and then he starts like. He goes, he tells us, wait a minute, I gotta go do this, right? And we're staring at him. Now I'm remembering this in slow motion. He goes in the car and touches something. As a kid, I didn't know what he touched. He took the cap off the radiator. It sprayed him with boiling radiator fluid, right? The whatchamacallit, the
antifreeze.
Antifreeze, thank you. Sorry, getting tongue-tied. So the antifreeze sprays on him. Man, for the next, I think 2 weeks, the guy's peeling his skin off because it gave him burns, but it wasn't like 3rd-degree burns or nothing like that, but it was bad burns. He was sitting there peeling his skin off with his Dago tees. He's shedding everywhere. He looked like a snake coming out of some skin.
See, that's when you just take the bandana and throw it on your shoulder like that.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Guys, I see right here that thanks for the sub, Grim, and #1 Plumber. Yeah, that's right. Sub to Dale Lucid. He's a great guy. You'll love his channel. Guys, let's take a moment real quick. If you haven't subscribed to our channels, please do so. If there's somebody right now in your house that's not watching the stream, get their phone, pull it out of their hand, put the stream on, make them subscribe. And look, if you're a young lady or you know, somebody's wife, and you're thinking that tool talk and a bunch of guys talking is boring, trust me, you'll learn something on the channel. We talk about different things. We'll teach you how to change your tire. We'll teach you how not to pull the radiator cap and burn yourself. We'll teach you how to, you know, make sure you check the brake fluid. We'll make sure you'll have all kinds of different videos on different types of DIY. Subscribe to the J Who channel. Subscribe to the Dale Lucid channel. Check out the Old Tech Guy channel. And if you like it, subscribe. I got all kinds of cool friends.
Hey, Grimmy, I just read that comment. You busted your nose. Is that why we don't see your face on the videos? Was it that bad? Oh man, yeah. Whenever you hit your face, that's pretty bad.
Hey, let me go shield for just a minute. I have a bonus for all you guys that showed up out there. Are you ready? Get your phones ready to do a screen capture.
Oh!
All right, guys, that's nice. It's usually 20% off, isn't it, Dale?
Yeah, this weekend they're having their Easter sale, and I don't know. Michael mentioned Cloak and Dagger, and he had this coupon and this flyer out there like a month and a half ago or last month or something like that. So yeah, you know, the reason this is really cool is because you can use a 25 and a 20% coupon in one store visit. You can't stack them for one purchase, but you can get two separate items, 20% off of one, 25% off another. So I just thought that was with you guys for joining us on the channel. I hope you guys got a screenshot of that, and I hope you can actually get out to go to Harbor Freight, because I tell you what, man, I've been cooped up for 2 weeks now, but I got out of quarantine, and I'm looking to do some damage in my life.
Sounds like Dale's dial-up isn't working again.
Dale's
got the 256K going again.
Dale.
Hey, tell him to stop streaming Tiger King. Tell him to stop streaming Tiger King at the house. You know, they're watching that guy, Joe Exotic, right now. He's all like, yeah. I can't even repeat what he says. It won't be PG-13 anymore.
No, you don't do
By the way, nobody likes Karen Baskin.
It's Here it is.
Uh-oh, I think we're losing Dale.
Oh, that's it. Dark Ratchetness is coming. He said, if we lose Dale. Wait. We got Clippy. Clippy's acting up.
I will kill you.
Oh, there you go, Dale. That's the only message he's got for you.
I will kill you.
Dale.
I want. Rolling up with his crew. Rolling up with his crew.
Yeah, you know what? I don't know how I'm going to add that to my videos now. Now I got to do have to do your paperclip that's helping you, and then we're going to have to do what is that, Jay? That you're holding up? That's a different type of paperclip, right?
Yeah, this is the super paperclip.
Oh, that's it. He's gone. So Dark Ratchetness wants to take his spot now. He wants to say, "Come watch us break some ratchets." He's totally excited. He wants to hear in the comments right now. You got to go in the comments and tell Dark Ratchetness what ratchet you want to see him fight next, and tell me who you think is going to win, Dark Ratchetness or the Ratchet. Come on, let's go. And we're only working with Gates right now, guys. Only Gates.
Hey, Ed.
Yeah, tell me.
I got a question for you. Since we got that.
I'm married.
Comment,
I'm married.
I kind of got an idea. Why don't you know how some of those ratchets they just sheared off, but the insides are still good?
That's right.
What if you make a video and you just change the head? Can you get that part?
Yeah, you can. So I've done that. You know, honestly, for those of you that have American-made tools and you're scared that you're going to go to Sears. Let's say it's a Sears Craftsman. You're going to go to Sears and hand it to them, and they won't warranty it. Or they're going to give you back a Chinese-made tool, but you want to keep your USA-made tool. you can go on eBay and buy the insides and replace it. It's actually probably what I'm going to do with the Snap-on after it breaks on Dark Ratchetness, because it ain't going to win, guys. It's not going to win. Dark Ratchetness is going to destroy that poor little Snap-on. And I'm sorry, Snap-on guys. Hey, we did it to Harbor Freight, so you can't get mad. You can't call me a shill because Harbor Freight got destroyed first. We put it up against it. Now, if the numbers come close, I don't cheat, guys. I don't know about you all, but I don't cheat. I don't lie. At least I work really hard not to swear. I'm going to go ahead and be as honest as I can with it. I'm expecting the Snap-on actually to do about 280 pounds per foot.
Oh no, it's gotta for all the talk, for all the backlash, that Snap-on better be pushing 400.
Well, right now at 221 pounds per foot, that's what that ratchet that Dale, Dale, I got a bone to pick with you.
Oh yeah.
That composite ratchet, you're like, come on, Ed, I want to see you do the composite ratchet. That's really cool. Well, guess what? You played a trick on me. It didn't break. That thing bent. And now I don't know if I should call it a win or a loss against Dark Ratchetness, because I had to turn it the whole other way to really break it. And you know what? That Snap-on, like you said, better go ahead and destroy the numbers that were performed by the Harbor Freight ones. So
I gotta say, I did have the old face on.
Yeah, I actually have a lot of fun making those videos. I wish they'd get more views. I'm actually kind of sad that they're not getting the views that I expect. I'm getting way more views on me fixing a Nest thermostat than I am on those ratchet videos. But I get it. Some people may say, hey, they're a bit kiddie, they're a bit goofy, but what was that? What's that, Grim? Ed, your connection glitched after bagging Dale. Oh, see, that's how it goes. Now, Evan's saying, try the Weehaw ratchet on your videos. Very good point. German ratchet, right? That's a German ratchet. That is, isn't that German?
Isn't Weehaw?
Weehaw.
It's not related to Wuhan, is it?
Yeah, that ratchet is one that I'm absolutely thinking of doing. And guys, I really want to make sure I say this. My video is not just about breaking ratchets. I talk about all kinds of different things on there.
We can make it though. If that's what you want us to do, and that's what's gonna make Ed a millionaire.
No,
break all the ratchets you can send them.
No. Let's be honest. I'm not doing this to become a millionaire. Let's see. Evan's saying the little bit screwdriver one totally won't snap by turning it at a bad angle. So, it is German. See, yeah, that's right. It's a German ratchet. Those things are pretty cool. I like their screwdrivers. They have that weird handle up on the top. They look like something Spider-Man would have in his tool bag. They're kind of weird. They're not like, if you guys have ever seen those Weehaw ones, they're pretty cool. I've been wanting to buy a set. This will give me an excuse. and it'll let my wife, I'll be like Dale, I won't get in the doghouse because I'll say, this is for my YouTube career. Uh-oh.
What's up?
Oh man.
Or you want it with the band. What's up?
So Dale, you had mentioned that you would like to see me do a technical cart similar to what you've done, but I was thinking we got that cheap cart from Craftsman. I'm wondering if we should do some augmentation or evolution to it and make that kind of a weird new tech cart. I've been kind of thinking about it.
You don't have a place to mount a monitor, do you?
Well, that's the thing. I'd have to make one. I'd have to really do some Craftsman work on there.
If you only know
I know Michael will remember Project Blue Sky. You think Ed should? He's got the 4-drawer roller Sears that I got to tell you guys. I don't know if you saw Jay Who's video, but you've got to go see Jay Who's video because he gangstered that thing off of a Lowe's manager to get it for Ed. It was funny. He walked up like, what's up? Got the
And-
beard
and
and
I-
I'm like,
I-
oh, you gonna don't hurt me.
I am so happy. I'm so happy that I did not go with Ed the next day to pick it up, because when that manager came out with two of those boxes, oh, I would have flipped out. I would have been like, no, you know, I would have been on the phone with corporate. I would have walked out with a box. It would have been Ed would have had one and I would have had one. That was so bogus.
Glad
Yeah.
All right, who's taking off? Who's going good night? Grim and Michael, thank you guys.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining the stream. It's our first try. We've never done a stream before.
Yep.
Tell us how we did later.
Yeah. And keep it honest, please.
Oh, look at Frank. Frank subscribed to J Who. All right, Frank. You're the man.
Yes.
Look, Michael says, I think the mods are cool. They really get the creative ideas flowing. Before Blue Sky, I would have thought of checking out a cart like that. Oh, so you wouldn't have thought. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. Nice.
Yeah.
Are you leaving? Are you leaving, Evan? If you're leaving, man, have a good one, man.
Good night. Thank you.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
And I think that's another thing too. Going back to a question about a podcast, if you can find somebody, it just so happened that when Ed and I decided to go to YouTube, it was just a goof around thing. We actually kind of laughed at it before we actually went ahead and did it, and I just jumped in. You know, Ed was thinking more about the setup and the camera and what we're gonna spend and how we're gonna do it and I just went ahead and started throwing stuff out there, and I think it's kind of funny. He's like, no, don't do that. But you know what? At the end of the day, you got to have some fun. You know, it's a way to vent, also let off some steam. So it is what it is. I'm enjoying it. It's a good experience.
Oh, check it out. Jolly. Is that Jolly Jodger? That's a cool name. That's a cool name. Jolly Jodger. He subbed. I don't know who you sub to, but sub to all three of us. We need you, brother. We actually have a need for subscribers, and it's not because of money, and it's not because of tools or anything.
Not yet.
No, stop, Jay, stop. You got to stop that.
I want to be a shill.
No, I don't. We need you here because we have to prove a point to all of those guys that think that you can only buy $800 ratchets or an $800. You know what? Here's a perfect example. I want to get into welding. I've never done it before, and I would never be able to afford it if people thought that way, that you have to go spend $5,000 on a real welding setup. I want to go buy a cheap, $300, $400 Vulcan at Harbor Freight and do some welding because I've never done it before and learn from there. That's how I've learned every skill I have, and I keep myself very dynamic in my skills so that if I ever need a job, if I get laid off, I can go do something else. And you'll get hired. You tell somebody I know how to weld aluminum, they're going to give you a job, even if you're not the best at it. They're going to hire you. You can start doing metal fences. You can start working on cars. You got to always progress in your skills. You're never going to be able to do that if you're paying $5,000 for a set of tools, man. So we need you here. We need as many subscribers to get our message out to say, guys, this isn't just about cheap tools. Yeah, Harbor Freight's not always the best choice. It's not always the best tool.
How about that Vice? You check out Ed the Old Tool Guy. That Vice that blew up on us. That was crazy.
Yeah, that Vice from Harbor Freight. I saw a fellow YouTuber who's also a content creator. He was using that Vice to break some ratchets on his videos. I couldn't believe it. I can't believe how he did it. It didn't last on mine. Oh, Nathaniel subscribed to J Who. All right, man.
All right, buddy.
So number one plumber is saying over here that what about the people who think you have to pay $3.50 for a taco? That is absolutely wrong. You should never have to pay that much for a taco. I'm very upset. I can't stand people that make you pay that much for a taco. Man, plumber, man, you got me mad, bro. You got me mad.
Hey, I know some spots that want $5 for a chicken taco.
Hey, so Junior Kelly says, hey, Jay and Ed, could you ask Dale how the Husky 80 in box is holding up? I'm thinking of selling my US General 72 to get it. So it's 72-inch general US General box.
Dolly Jojer, thank you. Is that Jojer? Just subscribe to my channel.
Oh, nice, man.
Awesome.
Check out my channel too.
Thank
Subscribe,
you.
please. And if you're not already subscribed to Dale, please do so.
And if you
we'll ask
don't
you,
like
Junior.
the content, leave a comment. Let me know why you don't like it. Then you can unsubscribe.
Absolutely. Hey, let's say this to everybody that's watching this. If you unsubscribe from a channel, that takes some effort to do, by the way.
Yeah.
To go in there and actually unsubscribe. Do us content creators a favor. Let us know.
Yeah.
If you want to bash me and tell me I'm a big goofball, hey, you know what? I recently started getting called the Svengoolie of the community.
I tell him that every day. He doesn't listen.
I've been called the Svengoolie of the tool community, or like the clown of the tool community, because I'm having fun while I'm doing it. Listen, it's okay if you don't like my content. Just go on there and say, "Hey, I'm unsubscribing. I really wish you would have done this. I would have wished you would have done that." Maybe you have a big point. Maybe I've got to lean back on the goof off stuff and just get really technical. Which I work in a very technical job now. So when I go home, I don't want to be very technical. I want to be goofy and have fun. So, give us the honest feedback.
I'm just goofy.
let me run Junior Kelly's question real quick here. For me, if I was going to go the Harbor Freight route, and I was probably going to go. I didn't want to get the 44. I wanted to get probably like that. Go with the 56 double bank, the 56-inch. And I was really going to go that way. But here's the thing. I'm not bashing on Harbor Freight, but I kind of feel like, in my humble opinion, that, in this day and age, when all these other companies are coming out with all the cool features that you can get on the new roller chest combos, they're kind of lagging behind because, they've still got that top kind of catch-all box on the top of them, and they did come out with the new colors and stuff, but you guys all know that's just been very recently that they did that. So if you're thinking about getting it, here would be the thing: is if you really like the sturdiness and how strong built the US General are, then I would say stay with the US General, and you'll probably be happy. The one thing I got is if you go with Husky, go with the industrial. I think they're calling it now. They used to call it the heavy duty, and now they're calling it industrial with the latest version coming out. So the first thing you want to do is make sure it's one of those, because you don't want to get one of the paper cardboard folded ones that are not. So I would definitely go with one of those. And
shut up, Moto.
The jury is still out on the Husky, and I'll tell you why. Because it seems like the heavier the drawers get, the less that they're wanting to auto close. But saying that, now I have not lubed those drawers since I bought it. I kind of expected them to work well right out of the box. So I'm expecting that will come back when I pull them out and lube them. But I love the box. I love all the features of it. And if you think about, people say, well, the US General is cheaper. But the thing is by the time you buy the roller and the chest that are sold separately, and then some of the features, okay, if you buy a US General magnetic strip, there's $27, almost $30 right there if you want USB charging in the top till of the thing. And it doesn't even have a top till, like the Husky does. So I was going to go with the 52-inch Husky, and for the same money, with $100 off, I think, with the sale price, and I got another $100 off because I opened an account and then just paid off the credit card. It was the same price to get this 72 or this 80-inch with the side cabinet. So it's a great box. I highly recommend it. And for my use, I'm glad I didn't go with the US General. I'm glad I went this route. So
Hey, so hey Dale, I noticed that in the comments, I'm seeing a small group of people throwing comments out there. We really appreciate that. Thank you. Hey, but there's a larger group of you that's not putting anything in the comments. At least say hi. I want to know that you're here. I don't see all the different names. So give me a hello at Ed the Old Tech Guy. Give another hello at Jehu, and give another hello to Dale. Let us know you're there. There's at least 17 people watching right now. Let us know you're there. I know that Grimm's there. I know Jodgy Jodger's there. I know Evan's there. I know Frank Landgraf is there. So I'm seeing these names, but I'd love to see a few others that are kind of keeping quiet on there. So come on, let me know you're there. Show us the love. And by the way, somebody just told me that they possibly work on some merch. Isabella, if you could do some merch for us, me specifically, I'm down. I'm absolutely down. I need some shirts. I'll give you my logo. I need some hats. I need all kinds of stuff. Hey, David, how you doing, man?
Juarez, what's up?
What's up? Oh man, I'm stealing your line. Oh no,
You got it.
I'm a steal now. What's up?
It's
Chicago style. Give me Juan, you better have some tool right there so I can go get it. What's up? Give me that tool.
Hey, you know what? I just saw someone's little what do you call the thing with the picture next to the name? What's that called? The thumbnail of a semi. That's pretty cool. Whoever that was. I love semi trucks. I always loved them as a kid. So I think, was it Grim? Yeah, Grim had a video of a semi camper. Oh my goodness, that thing was gorgeous. Gorgeous. So yeah, I like that. It's cool. Yeah, there he is.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, look at that. Don't drive truck.
well, isn't that what you do, Jay? Aren't you Jay, truck driver too?
Well, unfortunately, I haven't jumped behind the big boys. I'm driving straight trucks. Been driving a straight truck for the past 26 years. But yeah, you know, I think it's just something I had to do. That's what my dad taught me to do, and you know, I have a lot of pride behind that job because every time I get in the truck and I start it up, I think of my dad, and that's why I love doing what I do. What's up? It's all day. Yeah.
Michael, go and see the video. It is so funny because it was so raw. It was perfect. I still crack up every time I think about it. I don't know if you guys catch the Den of Tools. The reaction between Jeff and the missus is, to me, is kind of priceless. And she gets so enthusiastic about, you know, the ding, 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 and the look on Jeff's face every single time. It makes me crack up out loud when I see it. For some reason, I just found it really funny. And it's going to do the same thing to me.
Yeah, I actually love that bell. What's up?
Hey, so Jolly Jodger, you're absolutely right. He says, Ed the Old Tech Guy, did you know 85% of viewers aren't subscribers? I'm seeing that on my channel. I actually have a video that's got over 5,000 views, if not more. I think it's got way more than that now. I think it's up to 6,000. And out of that, I did get some subscribers. People that left me comments, I said, hey, if you really like this content, you know, how about giving me a chance? Subscribe, watch a few videos. If you don't like it, unsubscribe. And you know, you're absolutely right. I'm getting a lot of views, but I'm not getting subscribers. So Jolly Jodger, do you have a YouTube channel? Are you struggling? You know, tell me. I'll subscribe to your channel. I love watching other people's content. If I like some stuff, I may copy a little bit of it. It's a sign of respect. It's not disrespect. I make my own original stuff, but you know, when you admire somebody, you start picking up things that they do. But I do my best not to steal. Like some people say, oh, you're copying that other guy that breaks ratchets, right? And it's like, I was always going to break ratchets. It just happened to be that he did it first. And
you know what? If you're copying something, so what? You may be doing it better. How about that?
I stole the Husky tool hanger off of Lakes to Land off of Evan and his dad. So I just thought it was such a cool project. I had to get it out there. They have a smaller channel, and so I put it out there. And I'm like, everybody go and see Lakes to Land because it's very watchable content, I think. And that's what I think about Ed's content as well. To me, it's very, very watchable. We were talking about this yesterday, Ed and I. there's a channel out there called Musty One. The guy, it's like, will it run? Will it run? Will it run? And he does one video a week just about. But what was weird is he did one just like yesterday or today or something. But he does one video a week and he sticks to one thing. But his content is so watchable. I don't know if that's a YouTube phrase or whatever, but I think that's why he's got so many subs. And I think that's why Jehu and Ed the Old Tech Guy are going to grow in channels like Lakes to Land as well. But secret, guys, and we talked about this last night, and is I really think that you got to be consistent with the content.
Yeah.
2, 3 would be really good. Two videos a week consistently would be great. And 6 months, you could probably get to, monetized within 6 months.
Yeah. The pressure's on. The pressure's on now. The pressure's on. We're getting called out, and you believe this guy? He's calling us out.
so hey, right there on the screen, Frank Landgraf says, at Dale, we need to get you to 3,000 subs. Absolutely, guys. That's why we're doing this. Listen, we're on this live stream not only to kind of help ourselves, but to help Dale, because Dale is a big inspiration. He's actually, I keep calling him my tool dad. He's that guy at YouTube that that helps you out. He's actually very kind, and there's a few other channels that do that too. And we have to support him. So guys, if you haven't subscribed to Dale Lucid, please do so. Let's get your whole family subscribed to Dale. Tell them to give him a chance, and if they don't like him, they can unsubscribe. But please try to get as many people subscribed to Dale Lucid. Let's get him at 3,000 subs. Let's get his watch time up. Dale puts out some really impressive content, and I'm a little.
I like that.
What was that?
Sinking ship. Somebody's got a sinking ship on their channel. I gotta check that out.
Oh, all right, cool.
Yeah, there you go.
Just hey everybody, just make sure you subscribe to all of us. But let's get Dale to 3,000. We really got to help him out. He puts some amazing content out there. His whole guys, during Christmas time, during those holiday months, he was talking about the best sales. You need those. You need those videos.
Yeah.
With those videos, he saved you money. Let's show him thanks by subscribing to him.
I keep trying to get out, but they just keep drawing me back in.
Hey, so Plumber asked for a truck story. I know I got one on the video, so I'm not gonna tell you that one. But there was a scary one where me and my dad were driving down in the boonies, and it was a 2-lane highway. We're doing about 70 miles an hour. Early in the morning, the truck was loaded with furniture. And out there in the boonies, they got these deep gullets on the side of the road, left, right. And he hit a patch of black ice. I've never seen my father so scared in my life, man. He would cut the truck was going sideways on the 2-lane street, and it was just going sideways one way, sideways the other. And he just kept cranking on the wheel. And when you're on black ice and that truck's moving like that, no brakes, no nothing. Just he finally got it under control, and my dad had to take a walk. I actually did the delivery by myself because he had just gone for a walk to collect himself. I think he changed his underwear too, but it was really scary. So yeah, you gotta really, really, really respect those trucks. Be careful around them, and give us some space. We appreciate that.
Hey, I crashed into a truck like that. You know how the semi trucks, they go and take a wide left.
Yeah.
They go outward to make the right hand turn because they need that space for the back trailer to clear the corner. Well, I was getting impatient. I was late for work one day, and this is a story for everybody not to do, right? For you young people. I got so frustrated. I thought I could cut him through the right because he had left his whole right open. And I gave it gas. I'm going right through there. And then he decides to start pulling into the right and crushes my work vehicle. My boss yelled at me for about 30 minutes and sent me home after I did the paperwork. He was pretty angry. That's right. Yeah, give those trucks space, man. Respect those trucks. And if you're in a big city, man, you better respect them because not only do they got that big truck, but they usually carrying a shotgun in the.
What's up?
What's up? Because they're used to that. Hey, one time I was stopped at a stoplight. I'm sitting there chilling, waiting, right? And all of a sudden, I'm like, bam! I was like, whoa, what happened? And I get out, and this guy comes up at me, and he's like, what's up? He's like, why'd you hit my car? I was like, I didn't hit your car. I was stopped at a stoplight. He's like, no, man, you backed up into my car. And I was like, no, I didn't. I did not back up in your car. Oh, man, dude. He took the what's up out of me. He completely took it out of me. When he came at me like that, I was weathered. So, hey, man, you guys know about those cameras you could get and kind of watch when you're driving. You could see the back and the front and everything. I've been wanting one of those. You all should get some. And Dale, if you haven't featured one of those, if I beat you to it, I'll do it. But I think you know who has videos like that though is Grim. If you guys haven't subscribed to Grim, I should say Grimmette is. Am I saying that right? Grimmette.
I thought it was Grimmute.
Grimmette. Sorry,
Can
Grim.
you change it to Grimmy?
I always call him Grimmy. Yeah, I call him Grimmy. So Grimmy, everybody check out his channel. He talks about different stuff like that. He had this cool medical device that takes the temperature, and you could see people's eardrum and stuff, and do all this cool stuff. He bought it at Best Buy. He was showing it off, and then you can send that information to the doctor, and they could see it and tell you if you need a prescription for maybe the HIV you caught. So
HIV? What?
I'm kidding, dude. I'm kidding.
Check that through the ear?
You got the hives. You got the hives because you were picking at your ear. I'm kidding. I apologize if I insulted anybody, but the hives is serious. So he has this cool thing. You can go ahead and check it out. And I think he would probably do a video like that, talking about those cameras you could put in the car. So you guys should check out his channel.
Says he's got one on the back of his delivery truck, so that's cool.
Yeah, Rich, you're absolutely right. Rich, dash cam. It's a must nowadays. Absolutely, Rich.
Hey, Rich, you should start a YouTube video and just download that cam onto YouTube.
You happen to know who Rich is?
Things all the time.
You know who Rich is? I don't know who Rich is personally.
I don't know who he is, but he should start a YouTube channel. Throw those videos, that dash cam video on. I love watching that stuff. Yeah, man. Oh, have you guys seen that YouTube video where this guy has a parking lot? He owns a parking lot, and people park in his parking lot, and he has them towed away. It's like a whole thing. He's got like 1,000 videos of that, and I watch them all the time. Oh, that's gotta be crazy,
dude! It's hilarious. It's in like Jersey or something. Man, Jay, I'll give you the information, guys. I'm sorry I don't have the name of the channel, but people park in his parking lot, and then he's got the video, and then he puts funny comments in the bottom, like, "Look at these goofballs! Oh, look, they're making out in the car. Oh, look, they're drunk." And they walk out of the car drunk or whatever, and they're like, "Look, they're leaving it parked right there." And look, and he'll say, "Look, they're looking right at the sign." And some people will even give the bird to the sign and walk away and go dancing and get some tacos or whatever. And then all of a sudden, the tow trucks come, and he has like a whole drum set. Like, come on!
Oh wait! Is that like they're like in an alley?
Yeah, they're like in an alley.
Oh yeah.
Dude, hilarious.
Oh yeah. Grimmute.
Good. Grimmute. Right? I'm sorry, Grimmute. You got it, Grimmute.
Hey, what is that? German? We had another German.
Isn't that a singer? There was a singer called Grimmute.
Okay.
Oh, drum beats. That Clayton Shaber there. You're absolutely right. Drum beats. I think that's what it's called. Totally hilarious channel. People they come back and their car's missing, and they're all like, "What's going on, man? Where's my car?" And then they're like ringing the doorbell and stuff. It's hilarious. Rich is saying that you can now get 4 cams set up, front, rear, and both sides. Rich, that's amazing, man. I want that.
Hey, we got an echo. Does somebody have something else on?
Yeah, Rich, you're absolutely right. The echo may be coming from Dale. He's probably listening to something in the background.
Is that Dark Ratchetness? Is that Clippy? Who's acting up over there?
No, that's not. I don't think that's that, man.
What's up?
Uh-oh. Why you gotta say his name, dude? His name is unmentionable. Don't say it. He wants to take over the show. He wants to be all about breaking ratchets. And then we're all, you know.
Fatality.
Dude, there you go. There's another ratchet gone.
There it is.
Another ratchet.
The force is strong in that one.
Yeah. Your lack of
Hey,
force.
you know what? Real quick question for Clayton, who's watching. Have you ever gotten a ticket for this? If you know what this is, when you see the kids, you ever got a ticket for doing this? For Clayton, that's a question for you. Let's interact, buddy. Because I know growing up as a kid on one of the major streets here in Chicago, man, I used to do that all day long. Love that. Maybe that's why I'm still driving the truck now. But that was awesome.
I grew up white trash, Jay, so we used to do it next to the train tracks with the trains going off.
Oh, even better.
I love that, Rich. That's what I was telling you, bro. I got hit, and the guy started talking about how I hit him, like I would have backed up into him. That's hilarious, man.
That happened to my wife in the suburbs not too long ago, a couple years ago. The guy the guy actually backed into her, and then said that she hit him. It was unbelievable.
Wait, hold on. Mike Nuno said his name, bro. Dark Ratchetness knows better. You guys better watch it. Dale, he's challenging you. Any ratchet you got? What do you have in your toolbox? What can Dark Ratchetness break to show you that his lack of, he believes that your lack of torque is disappointing?
My hair still in? Has my hair all fallen out yet? Here you go.
I love it.
What is that?
Oh, look at that. He's ready to fight Darth Ratchet.
Oh, there you go. I like that. That's cool, man. Oh, man. We need.
Hey, do you guys want to meet Jolly Johnster? Come here, step in here.
Who's that?
Yo,
Hey!
What's up? Who's that guy? What's on your shirt right there? Quicksilver?
Oh, this? Yeah, it's Quicksilver. It's like a.
It's whatever he
it's
had.
a beach shirt.
It's whatever he had for dinner. That's what's on his shirt.
Wait a minute.
Oh.
So I fell for my own meme.
Oh, you fell for your own meme. Hilarious.
You guys didn't miss that, did you?
No, we saw
it right there.
Yep, we saw it. You totally got him, dude. You totally got him.
That's old school.
All right, man. Hey, if you have a YouTube channel and you're watching this right now, let us know. I'll subscribe to your YouTube channel. I'll check out your content. And I'm not one of those guys that subscribes for a week and unsubscribes. I will watch your content. I'll check it out. And if you want constructive criticism from me, I mean, I'm nobody. I'm a small YouTuber too. But if you want like real world advice from a viewer, I'll give it to you, man. So go ahead and tell me.
And if we do unsubscribe, we'll leave a comment and tell you why.
Yes, absolutely.
We'll show you some courtesy.
And I saw Evan said that he wants the Proto 3/8. You got it, bro. It's coming up. It's coming up.
What's up, Evan?
What's up?
Oh, man. I love that. That is so big city.
Hey, Aaron, what's happening? What's happening, Aaron? Welcome to the stream.
Aaron, what's up, buddy?
Make sure you subscribe to all three of us, okay, Aaron? All right. Hey, check it out. I like that. Clayton, criticism is always welcome. Absolutely.
Hey, Clayton, more trucks.
All right, man. What's your favorite truck, bro? Navistar. Navistar's my pick, bro. I like Navistar.
No,
come on, man.
I gotta go with old Freightliner.
Oh man, come on.
Wait.
Peterbilt. Peterbilt. You're gonna change your mind.
No. I am gonna go with Freightliner, but I just wanted to double check why Freightliner. Give me 1 second. I'll tell you why Freightliner is my favorite truck.
Oh, this is busting out a technical book. Oh, that's right.
Where's that from BJ and the Bear? Jehu?
No,
Actually,
that's
no,
Optimus Prime.
he's actually right. The BJ and the Bear show had the same semi truck that was Optimus Prime. That's absolutely right.
So this is Michael Ortiz. This is a young up and coming cartoonist artist. He did this for me. Look at that. I think he did just a phenomenal job.
Very nice.
Look at that.
Very nice. Hey, Jay, you should have him check out my video where I show some of my artwork, and maybe we can trade notes, me and that guy.
Yeah, he's up and coming. So he's Manny Santiago's son.
Oh man. Oh, okay. That's no wonder the name sounded familiar.
I don't know if I should have said his name, but
so looks like Evan subscribed to our channel, A Lakes to Land. I'll subscribe to you. Hold on, let me get on there real quick.
Take a note, Ed. Take a note.
There's no spaces in that, Ed.
Let's see here. Hold on.
No spaces.
No. BJ and the Bear was a Kenworth. That's right. It was a Kenworth. So Clayton was Optimus Prime and Freightliner, or was it an International? I think it was a Freightliner because it had the circle emblem between the two windows. I'm pretty sure it was Freightliner. But if you know Clayton, anybody else know Optimus Prime, what type of truck he was? Now's your chance. Participate. If you don't know, Google it. See what it says. So what else we got on the menu, guys? Oh, one thing I want to talk about too with the what's going on with the pandemic right now. Traffic has been a joy. I've been getting all my deliveries quickly. It's fantastic. I really hope that everybody, the 80s was a Freightliner. Yep, absolutely. Favorite truck. Yes, sir. I hope everybody who has been working at home finally realized that you don't have to go to work, because that would be so awesome if we don't get that traffic back. So I really like the fact that everybody who's staying at home and working from home, you've cleared up the expressways, and I just love it. That means you are out of my way, and I really appreciate that. So thank you if you're working from home. I appreciate it, and I give you a little salute.
Hey, somebody told me to subscribe to the channel, and I think it was Lakes to Land or something. Hey, I can't find your channel. Do me a favor, throw your link on there, and everybody else can see it that way too. And maybe if Clayton or Evan or somebody else is interested in your channel, maybe they'll subscribe too. Go ahead and throw your link on there, and I'll click on it right now and do it. Yes, I'm asking for you to make it really simple for me. Make it really simple for me. I apologize. I looked it up, and it's kind of hard to see with my dark glasses right now. But I cannot let anybody know my identity because I'm Batman. Anyways.
Very inside joke.
Very inside joke.
Whoa,
actually,
hey.
If you could see it, I got the bat emblem right here right now.
well, since you busted out with Batman, I'm going to tell the story when we were all at your house and you weren't there. And since you were talking about your brother earlier, remember that story?
Wait, say that again.
Your brother ended up buying a lot of wine, right?
Oh yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he came to visit, so we were enjoying the wine, and Ed's not home, brother's not home, so we're kind of having a few drinks before they show up. I go down to the basement, go grab another bottle of wine, because all I was told was there's wine in the fridge, just grab a bottle. So I popped this bottle open. Before this bottle, all the other wine that we had tasted, it was all right, but what wasn't tasting well. But this bottle that I opened, man, it was so good. It was the best wine that we had that night. And all of a sudden, everybody's asking, what bottle is it? What's the name brand? I look at the bottle, and it has an autograph on it, and it says "To Batman." So I show it to Ed's family, and they're like, "Oh, that's his special bottle of wine. That's supposed to be opened on an occasion, on a special occasion." And my face goes flush. I can't believe what I've just done. I've just uncorked and opened one of Ed's prized bottles of wine. And who comes walking in the door is Ed. And as I turn to tell him what happened, he's upset because his brother upset him because something happened. So Ed's already in a bad mood, and I'm like, oh, this is not gonna go good. So Ed walks in and he's like, what's up? What's up? No, I'm just kidding. So I break the news to poor Ed, and my wife had a glass left, and I had just poured it for her. She turns around, she goes, oh, Ed, we poured a glass for you. But it was so delicious. That wine was very good, very good. And that night was a special occasion.
It cost about as much as some laptops do.
Yeah, it was a good. Who signed it again? Who signed it? Remember?
It was the actual vineyard owner, the guy who owns the vineyards and did the bottling and all that. He came out and introduced the wine and God, you're making me sound really wimpy here talking about wine. I drink beer, guys. I drink a stout.
But
Jay was the one that was out there with the glass all swirling around to get the
He's all like with pinky up and like
pinky up.
He's all like, excuse me, everybody.
As
Let me tell you, this is very good wine.
I'm over here.
He's like, this wine tastes like dirt and grapes with a little bit of cinnamon, mushrooms, and colon. Mm.
Oh, man.
No, guys, that was a very good wine. I like wine. My brother-in-law is a sommelier or something like that. He does something with wine. I don't know exactly what he does, but he knows a lot about wine, and he invites me to cool stuff like that, and I get to try it. Mike, I love that story, Jay. Who? Yeah, bro. Yeah. I was gonna open that bottle of wine on like a 25th anniversary or something cool like that, and it didn't happen. Yes, please, Clayton, you're absolutely right. Please, everybody sub to the Jay and Ed's goofy show. And I'm subbing to you all too. I'll sub to anybody, and I will. And it's not a sub for something. I will actually watch your videos because I know what it means to have eyeballs on your videos. Yeah. Just having a subscriber doesn't mean anything. You actually have to have somebody that watches your videos, gives you some thumbs up, and gives you some interaction. And I will do that absolutely. So yeah, and you know, hey, Clay, that's pretty cool, man. Sub to you all should sub to each other right now too, and you should watch each other's videos. You know, that's the thing is we got to help each other as a community and grow our channels. Once you get big, like Dale, you should be helping other channels.
I've been needing to knock off a few pounds, Ed, so just back up.
Cool.
Absolutely. Hey, Grim, where's Joe Smith, man? I thought he was coming moderate and he was going to come on, man. He could have met a few people, gotten a few subs.
I told you, Joe's sleeping, man.
Man,
it's only Thursday.
Man, he's got this cool show that's called After Dark. If you guys haven't seen it before, he does this like old time radio thing where all you hear is the voices. So you can actually turn on the YouTube stream and just put your earphones on and just listen to radio almost. And, you know, it's something like this. We all talk about stuff and you know, it's cool. But he actually goes in depth to every single YouTuber and talks about their life and different things, has goofy questions. He always wants to go to rated R and even rated X. And with my interview, I kept it rated PG-13. I think Jay's interview is coming up. Jay, why don't you tell us a little bit about you getting ready for that?
That's April 24th, 2020, and that's gonna be on Joe Smith and Friends Network.
Justin Dow's in the house. Sorry,
I've given you guys a little taste, but we're gonna get a little bit more personal. And Joe's gonna have a lot more stories. Maybe break down the different characters and why I have them. If you've watched my videos, I like to call them personalities, not really characters, because I didn't want to get caught up in dressing up for each part or making different voices. But definitely, without a doubt, it has to do with the many hats that I've learned to put on over the years, the different things that I can do, and I'm semi-good at them. So it's just a salute to that. And also, like I said, I definitely want to have something to leave behind for my kids, my grandkids. something they can watch, because you know, when like I said it earlier. I said when we lose someone that we love, we have good memories, we have pictures, but maybe on the video, you know, if you can go back and watch videos of them, it's just a different feeling. And I did have videos. I think we did have a couple videos of my grandfather, but not really a lot of my dad. But man, I really miss those guys, and thanks to YouTube, I think the memories will live on even stronger. So yeah, that's why I encourage you guys, videotape yourself. You know, do something funny, do something you love, let people know what you love, and maybe you'll be able to influence somebody else's life. You know, maybe somebody's down in a rut. I think if you can put a smile on somebody's face, I think you've done a good job. So let's keep trying to put smiles on people's faces.
Hey, listen, I talked a little bit about that on when I was with Joe Smith. Is one of my selfish reasons for doing YouTube videos is because, you know, I've lost family members, and when you lose them in death, the worst thing that can happen is, beyond them being lost to death, is forgetting them. And I actually forgot, you know, I started forgetting my family member's voice, how they looked, right? You know, and it's amazing what putting somebody up on a video will do to your memory. It's kind of like smelling your mom's cooking. It brings all those memories back. And having a video like that is cool. So I'm leaving memories for my family. I'm leaving memories for my grandkids, for my nieces and nephews, and everybody else who right now are saying, "Oh my God, Uncle Ed or Dad or whatever, you're really cringy." Yeah, well, you know what? 30 years from now, you're gonna think it's pretty cool that I made a goofy little video that you can watch and remember me. And because I wish my family members would have done it. I wish I would have something like that. That's the selfish thing I have. But the other thing is, you know, the other selfish reason is I want to show kids that are kind of growing up the way I grew up, poor, with nothing, in a bad situation, how to make some cash, man. Because, you know, if you learn how to make some cash, you can get out of that situation. There's a #1 equalizer, guys. And that's the thing that nobody talks about. Everybody wants to make it. And I'm not going to get political here because I'm not a political guy, but a lot of people try to talk about race and gender and all this other stuff, okay? The real equalizer is cash, money, moolah. That is really what once you have a little money in your pocket, people will look at you different. The trick is learning how to make money. So go out there and use those skills, become dynamic, and learn how to act. Don't rely on one employer and one way to make money to survive.
Hey Dale, what you okay over there, Dale?
Sorry about that. I was up there monitoring Justin Dow up, and so that thing's going to make a little racket in the background. Sorry, fellas.
Oh, Justin Dow got a stream going on right now?
No, he doesn't have a stream. Poor Michael has been out there moderating the whole night because Joe kind of left us hanging there or forgot about the stream. So Michael was the only moderator. So I went out real quick and modded Justin up. So don't tell him all that stuff I said about stalking.
So Justin is absolutely right. Look at what he's saying right there.
Yeah, absolutely. Save your money. Yeah.
Absolutely. Save your money. And now is the time to make cash. Guys, I'm serious. A lot of people are looking at this event that's happening in history right now as, oh no, poor me, I'm in trouble. And meanwhile, you could be making so much cash. And you know, it's not always about making money. So I'll give you an example. I started making some videos on how to repair laptops because that's something that you could be doing during this event, is repairing small engines, repairing laptops, repairing computers, because people still need those things. And hey, if you can fix somebody's generator, they're going to pay you cash right now to do it. So you need that right now, right? You need that. They need that. And you may pick up a new skill that you can use with tools and keep it around, because your employer may not always be your employer. Something can happen and they may lay you off, and you're going to need a way to make that money. I got laid off once, and that's the last time I'll get laid off without having a backup plan. I always have.
Kelly, yeah. Credit. Don't forget the credit. Need
credit. Absolutely. Yeah. So when you grow up poor, you know about credit, man. I don't have a lot of credit card debt. Well, you learn about credit real quick when you're poor. You start when you first start getting credit and you're poor, you put everything on credit. and then you dig yourself out of that hole once, and you never do it again. So save your money, make some cash right now. Now's the time to come up with ideas. Have you ever had an idea of working from home? I've worked from home 15 years now or more. You can too. You just got to figure. There's lots of ways of doing it, but you got to hustle.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. That's what it's all about, hustling. Yeah, absolutely.
You can't be scared to pick up a new skill.
Yeah, and then also for the young people out there, if you don't own a home, believe it or not, I when I first applied for a mortgage in a house, the guy looked at me. He says, "Yes, you have excellent credit, but it's limited." I didn't know what that meant, so he tells me go out and buy a $10,000 vehicle and then come back after about a couple months. And I was like, why would I want a $10,000 vehicle? But I had to do it. If I wanted my house, that's what I had to do to get my credit up. So, you know, that's the way things go. That's the way it rolls. What I've done with my two daughters is, as soon as they turned 18, we got one of those prepaid credit cards, and they started using it. We've helped them out, and hopefully their credit is still good. But that's one way parents can help out their kids. You know, get them going when they're young. You know, get them a Home Depot card. That's what I wanted to do. I love Home Depot. I get in trouble every time I go. So if you got a youngster, get that Home Depot card in their name, and then just use it. Build up that credit. That's a great way of doing it. So
I think maybe I gotta kind of say I would go another direction in like a gas card or something like that.
Yeah.
The thing you don't like about the Home Depot type credit card is that what they don't make plain is that if you do not pay it off in that short amount of time, they go back and charge you interest from day one.
Oh yeah.
So all of a sudden you see this huge balance of that back interest appear on there, and you've almost got it paid off. It's enough to drive you crazy. So, you know, I'll tell you what, I'm looking, I'm looking at the Harbor Freight card.
Hey,
JD out there laughing at me right now. I know he is.
Hey, if you've ever wanted to open your own business, right now is the time. Your boss sent you home, you ain't working. Don't sit around and eat popcorn and watch TV. Think about those things that you've always wanted to do and make something with it, man. Do not go into debt. I remember when I was buying my house, the lady that was selling me my house said, "Oh my God, you can buy twice the house. You should put more money on credit. Go, let me show you some other houses in a different neighborhood." And you know what? I really wanted to live in those neighborhoods. They were really nice. It was really expensive, but I didn't do it. I went ahead. I went ahead and got the house that I can afford. And you know what? I'm going to pay it off real quick. And you know, if I would have listened to that lady, I would have gone through that whole mortgage thing where everybody got screwed over. I would have been in trouble. And Justin, I know you're in here watching. Justin, it's the same thing for tools, man. I got a nephew right now that's going through Toyota College. That's what I call it, the Toyota School of Technicians. And you know, you got Snap-on and Mac and everybody telling them you need to go ahead and buy all this Mac stuff and all this, you know, all this other stuff. And I'm telling them, man, look, be careful. Be smart about what you buy from Snap-on. Be smart what you buy from Mac, because there's certain things you're going to use every day. But I'll bet you one truth is that your Snap-on stuff and your Mac stuff is all going to be walking away more than you're going to break it. So I'll tell you what, when I walked around with my stupid little Harbor Freight bag full of Harbor Freight tools, nobody would go in there and grab them. Actually, they turn their nose at it and say, "Oh, that's stupid. Those tools are for losers." And you know what? Never disappeared, not one tool. But the minute I had some American-made Sears, some Snap-on, some other tools, guess what? Gone. They disappeared. Somebody, "Oh, can I borrow this out of your tool bag? Oh, what is it? What do you want? I just need your Klein pliers." And then all of a sudden, I'd go in there and be like, "Didn't I have my ratchet in here? Didn't I have this in here? Didn't I have that in there?" It's gone. You know.
You should do what Justin does and just put some rat traps inside the drawer.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Yeah, and if you have tools, I've seen this also. If you have tools, etch your initials in them, or in a place you can't see, or I had an uncle one time who just took a orange can of spray paint and just took a line, and he had an orange line on all his tools. And sure enough, one day he was missing his hammer, and he just walked around the job site, and sure enough, one of the guys had a hammer. It was in his bag, and it had that orange line. So he just took his hammer back, you know. And the guy made a big deal about it until my uncle showed him all the tools, and all his tools had that orange line. So yeah, that's one way, but they will walk. That's for sure. Or you'll forget where you put them. I've left tools inside a car, and as it drives away, you see it fall out down the street and start flipping around. So yeah, just so yeah, that's why it's kind of good if you're just starting, like your nephew. Just get what you need. Get what you need, and then, you know, once you become established, then go get the shiny stuff, you know, the real nice stuff.
You left and put a message in there, and it said that he's got his contractor license, but he's got no money to start his business. Hey, I'm going to give you some. I'm not going to tell you it's the right way or wrong way to do something. I'm just going to tell you something that inspired me. When I was 14 years old, I was working because my mom dropped me out of high school because we needed to make money for the family, and I was really poor. So I'm working in this taco place, and I'm cleaning, I'm grilling, I'm a waiter, I'm an everything guy, okay? And one of the things that was kind of funny is you had all these people working there that didn't have any papers. Actually, my mom told this guy and said, hire my son. And he said, I can't hire your son. He's 14. That'd be illegal. And she says, so what's the difference? That's all you got working in the kitchen, right? What's another illegal? So he's like, I guess you got a point. He's hired. So I started working there at 14. You didn't be 16 in Chicago, 16 or 17 and have a part-time job. And I was working from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. doing all that stuff, right, for $25 a day. What I learned was, which was kind of funny, was that these guys in the back were telling me, man, you're born here. You got all these, you can speak English. You're born here. You got all these skills. You could do something with yourself. Now, the point of that story is this. Many years later, a guy comes up in front of my house and he's selling corn. He's putting corn, mayonnaise, and some hot pepper, and he's selling that corn. And we love that corn, boy. It's some good Mexican corn. I walk up to this guy and I'm like, man, I'm going to give you a $5 tip, bro. It's really hot outside, and you probably make no money doing this. He's like, look, dude, I'm going to take your tip, but I want to clarify, I make a lot of money. I make about $80,000 a year. He had no license. He's okay, let's be honest. But you know what? He's making $80K a year. So, and I bet he didn't have the money to start either, because he was telling me his story. Don't ever let the big plans, kind of like YouTube, right? Don't let the big plans keep you down, bro. Because like the big plans, like, hey, I need that camera to start my YouTube channel. I need the right microphone. I need the lighting. I need the stands. I need all these things. So you never put a video up there and you never make a video. You know what? Then you've never become a video YouTuber. Same thing with your contractor license, brother. You got a contractor's license. Start out small. Go patch some drywall for somebody. You got a spatula, bro. You got some mud. Come on, man. Start small, brother, and start building your customer base up.
Let me throw. You guys know I'm a big fan of Justin, and stop blushing, Justin. Knock it off. I found him through the Den of Tools, but I watched his dad's channel all the time. He's the home maintenance man, or the home handyman. Watch his channel all the time. Taught me how to, oil my drill bits before drilling in metal to make, and which drill bit to use to drill into what. Anyway, I had a question for Justin now that he's kind of trapped out there. JD, if you were going to start your own business, would you actually be a mechanic? Would you start your own garage and be a mechanic, or would you do something else if you could start any business you want? I've always wondered what he would do. What about you, Ed? If you could start a business, would you start a business?
Well, that's kind of hard, Dale, because my original heart is with comics, and I wanted to be a comic book artist when I was a kid. I wish I could open up a comic book, agency where I made comics, but that's not realistic. I'll be honest with you. I would open the business that I kind of did and have, and I went ahead and I would open up a computer repair, computer networking, pulling fiber and cable for companies. I would probably be running fiber in the street for the city, something like that.
Yeah, Kelly, that's a great idea. LLC. A lot of people, my dad, when he had his own trucking company, he had 3 trucks, and I think the corporation hurt him. Had he known or had someone told him about the LLC, I think that would have definitely been a better option for him. But yeah, the LLC, I think that's a good start also over a corporation.
How about you, Jay? What kind of business would you have made, or would you?
You know
make?
what? I was thinking about it, and
it's a taco truck. I know it. It's a taco truck, bro.
I don't want to say because it might still come to fruition, and I don't want somebody to take my idea, but it's so simple. It's one of those things where.
Well, I mean, you could generalize it, can't you? Just say selling food or selling something.
I bet it's delivering hand sanitizer.
Yeah, which by the way, if you need some hand sanitizer, I got a guy.
What's up? Chicago.
Going out in the street corner, you know. You got the money. You got the money.
Yeah, you got the money.
I'll tell you that there's one place scarier than Chicago is Jersey, man. I got off the Jersey airport for work to go do something out there, and man, there was a guy with a broken nose and a leather jacket. Like, hey, man, you need a ride? I got a ride. And I walked 10 feet. Another broken nose guy come up to me like, hey, what's up, man? You need a ride? I got a ride for you, man. I was like, dude, what the heck? And as I'm getting out of the airport, I must have faced like 5 guys like that. And I'm like, I asked the taxi driver, I'm like, dude, it's really scary in there, bro. All these mafia guys want to ride me somewhere. I think I'm going to end up, lost somewhere in the desert. He's like, nah, man, that's Jersey. We do that here. I was like, man, that's crazy. They don't let that happen in Chicago.
Well, no, actually they do. They do on the train stations. When you get off the train, there's certain people walking around saying taxi, taxi, taxi.
Yeah, but they don't come up to you and be like, what's up? You need a ride?
Yeah, but these guys jump you in a personal car and they take you to wherever you gotta go. So let's see. J.R. Kelly. Hey everyone, the key to making anything happen is to write it down. The old pen and paper still gets it done. Yeah, but then people, they steal your ideas like they stole Ed's ideas.
Hey, Rich, tell me it's not true that at the airport you don't have the Jersey guys as you walk through the airport trying to give you a ride in the leather jackets. Come on, man. I'm not disrespecting Jersey. I love Jersey. But dude, that scares me.
I've got a true story about that. When I was a kid, I had to travel to Phoenix by myself. And I had one of those cut-in line cabbies come up. I'm not going to talk about nationality or anything, but the guy's like, well, I'll give you a ride. And I'm like, well, shouldn't you be waiting in line with the other guys? He goes, man, I'll give you a fixed price. I'll run you everywhere you got to go today. And so I did. And he stopped 2 places. One place, he stopped and sold a shotgun out of the back of his car. The other place, he stopped and collected money from some women. So I figured they must have owed him a few bucks that he loaned to them when they were in desperate times, because their clothes look kind of like what you wouldn't normally see on girls. So, and that's a true story. I was about 18, something like that, 18, 19. It was so funny, man, when he pulled that shotgun out of the back of that trunk and sold it to the guy. I'm like, oh, man, what did I get into? But he took me all over Phoenix, everywhere I had to go for one fixed price.
Hey, I'm telling you, Rich, what I'm saying, bro, is there's one place scarier than Chicago to me, and that was Jersey. I wasn't even scared of New York. I was scared of Jersey. And that's a Chicago guy being scared of Jersey. So you got to tell me, bro, if I'm lying. I think it's hilarious, bro. You guys are tougher than we are.
File cabinet. Oh, good. If I don't mind if someone steals my ideas, everyone has done it. Just change the pitch over the years. That's true. That's true. You're always going to run into one of your ideas.
You know what? Have you guys ever had that happen? I probably invent stuff like all the time, because I have this thing that I like to invent things, and I'll start drawing it and start telling people I'm going to invent this, and like a week later it comes out as seen on TV thing. Like, hey, look, we just invented this funnel that clocks how much oil you put in it. And I'm like, dude, I just invented that. I got the drawing right here. I was going to call the patent office, and it just comes out, and it's like, dude, I'm frustrated.
You know what would be a real cool idea? I was thinking, does YouTube? You think YouTube would work as a patent? Like, like I built that oil thing, right? I'm not saying I'm the first one to do it, But do you think because I already built it, the specs are on it, I videotaped it, you think I can say that's my idea or no? What do you think?
Well, you know, it's out there on the internet forever and ever and ever. And so unless somebody could have, you know, some sort of proof that they were out there on the internet first, it would be like when I was programming and I invented a couple of stuff and we used to copyright this when we were poor musicians, you know, and hungry. What we used to do is we would take our music and you know, tape, if guys could write it on paper, they do it, and we would mail it to ourselves because that's a government entity that stamps it. And you just don't open it, because if you ever have to go into court because someone stole it, then it gets opened right there in court, and it's a poor man's copyright is what they used to call it. So I don't know why a modern day version of that cannot be YouTube.
Yeah, it's interesting. I wonder if it holds up.
Yeah, look at Justin Dow. He
Hey,
said, what was that?
Sorry, I invented something. You guys want to hear what I invented?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I actually invented something when I was consulting, and it belongs to General Motors Assurance Corporation. So I don't even know if I could call it mine because I invented it, but they owned it. But later on, you know, I kept having these great ideas. Like, just one of them was like, I said, you know, I told my wife one day, I said, I should, because I hated it when she vacuumed, you know, it would stink, the smell that came out of the bag or whatever, you know, the upright vacuums with the bag. I said, I'm gonna invent something like a desiccant package that has like scented beads in it, and you just, when you change the bag, you drop it down inside of the bag and put it in there so that the air that comes out of there smells like whatever that is instead of, you know, dusty old air. And man, I think like a month later, we were in Walmart and there was something just like that hanging on the shelf. I'm like, damn. And then, but what I invented that I still have not seen yet, so for you entrepreneurs out there, was I built a prototype of this out of PVC pipe, you know, different joints and lengths of pipe. And what it was it was a stand that could stand up by itself, PVC, and you could take the Walmart bags, you know, everybody's got a drawer full of those Walmart bags, right? Yeah. And you could take the handles and loop them over like a little peg that stood up from the PVC, and it would hold it open for you. But to keep it kind of closed too, I used a piece of surgical tubing, like a rubber band, so that the smell couldn't come out, and you could use it to bag diapers, because people were paying a fortune for those pull-out bag diaper pails, you know, that are throwaway. And this one here, you know, you could throw one diaper in there and you know, it held it open for you, and the smell wouldn't come out of it because, you know, it had the little rubber thing holding it. And it was real easy to just, the way I invented it, you could, trying to get my picture on the camera here, you could take the bag and flip it over into the next bag and double bag it if you had something stinky. But I thought that would be really good for shop rags or just about anything where you needed like a helping hand that kind of held the bag open for you. But whatever you put in the bag, the garbage, the cat litter, the, you know, oily rags, whatever, the smell couldn't come out of there.
Right. So that was sort of kind of like the diaper genie, right? You talking?
Yeah, it was like the concept of the diaper genie, but unlike the diaper genie, you know, so many things these days, that was a genius thing to invent, because so many things these days, you go to get software now, you don't own software, you know, they let you rent it. Everything either is rentable or they have some sort of refill thing like that diaper genie where they continue to, you pay for the genie, but then you pay for, you know, the refills for it. With this, you would use Walmart bags, and everybody has tons of them.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Hey, Dale, I know we're going to be running out of time soon, but before that, why don't you talk a little bit, could you redo your message real quick about your Olight?
Yeah. Let me go get that.
I think you put him on the spot.
everybody, while he's looking for that, Dale is doing this cool thing with Olight, because they've got some money that they're going to give to charity. If you go check it out. So Dale, go ahead. Looks like you're ready.
Yeah, so here's the Olight is having this special tomorrow. It's all day tomorrow, and every nickel that they make, they're all the links and information are in the comments below to this sale. everything they make, 100% of the proceeds are going to go to charity for medical supplies right here in the USA. And these guys didn't
Right,
even
you come in. It's the light. Oh, sorry, Dale.
they didn't even wait for the sale to be over. They are already shipping things like masks and hand sanitizer, just anything they can get their hands on. They are sharing with New Jersey, New York. They're North Carolina based, so they're backing up hospitals. So they're sending all this medical supplies to the frontline heroes that are out there dealing with this coronavirus thing. And they have this limited edition everyday carry flashlight and a keychain flashlight. I think the keychain flashlight is going to be like $13. Anyway, it's a limited edition, and it's got this logo on here for this charity event. And all the proceeds from everything that they sell tomorrow, not just these flashlights, but everything they sell tomorrow, all the proceeds, 100% going to buy medical supplies for these guys that are dealing with this every day. So it's a great cause. And I have an affiliate link there, but it's no money. Remember, everything they're doing is 100%, all the money is going to charity. So you can pick up one of these flashlights or something that you want from them. They've got some really cool, pow lights out there with lasers on them and stuff, that high-tech stuff that you guys like. And you can pick that up. If you buy anything, you can add a package of 15 face masks to your cart for free. Don't have to pay for it. It's free. And they also have a booklet. You can get a printed version and put that in your cart for free. Or you can go out there right now and download the PDF version onto your computer and read about, the factual information, that is not some of the fake news that we've been hearing and speculation that is causing a bunch of hysteria and fear right now. So that is something that they're even doing for free. So if you guys have a minute tomorrow and you're interested in this type of gear, please go out and see Olight. Maybe use my affiliate link there so that they can at least count how many people I'm sending over there, so I can bring you guys these cool Olight deals. And hopefully you guys see me give away to Paul Sargent one, that flashlight that they sent me to do a video on. And that, I got to tell you, man, I am 100% behind these guys because they make great stuff. They really do. So thank you guys for giving me a minute to throw that out there. Because you know what a shill I am, right? I'd sell out for a buck.
Hey, Dale, we got one more thing. Let's get everybody to subscribe to Dale Lucid here. If you're not a subscriber already, go ahead and please subscribe to Dale Lucid. Hey, subscribe to my buddy Jay Who. Let me point this way. Subscribe to my buddy Jay Who. He's got some cool content. And you know what?
Kelly, good night. See you.
All right, Junior, take care, my friend. If you'd like to check out my content, check it out. Subscribe. I think I put out some good stuff. And if you don't like it, leave me a comment. Tell me what you don't like. Just some good criticism. I'll take it all day long. Hey, Justin, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, come on, subscribe. I'd like your honest feedback, brother. And if you haven't subscribed to Justin Dow's channel, you should. That's some great content there. Guy's been wrenching for a little bit of time. He's got some knowledge. I think you'll learn something. So it looks like some other people in the chat room also have channels. If you've got a channel, let us know. I'll subscribe. I'll check it out. I'll give you some honest feedback. I eat my own duck, right? So please throw something in. Throw what your channel is. Let me know what it is, and I will subscribe. Put your link in. Make it easier. But we really want to get Dale to 3,000. That's why we're here. And hey, Grim absolutely has some great content. You should check out his channel. I think you guys will like it.
Hey, Justin Dow, I just subscribed to you, bro. Oh, Rail 9222, I just checked out one of your videos not too long ago. Have a good night, man. We'll see you.
All right, Rail, take care, bro. Hey, remember, subscribe, brother. Subscribe. We'll subscribe back. I promise.
Well, we're probably about running low. Do you guys have some final words that you want to throw out there to everybody besides chilling on my channel asking for subs? You bunch of bums. What's up?
Chilling for lows. Check it out, guys. This is what I got right here, man. You know you wish you would have gotten this from Dale Lucid. Check that out. This is the Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai.
Blue satin jacket with the patch on the back of it for him.
Hey, I just want to remind everybody that if you come and watch my channel, I'm there teaching everybody just a little bit of some stuff that I know. I'm sorry?
I guarantee you, for anybody out there that is either just subscribing or thinking about subscribing, you will, if you like the kind of content I do, very watchable content, you will love both of these channels, Jehu and Ed the Old Tech Guy. Now, Ed the Old Tech Guy, I got to tell you guys, man, the first time I went out and watched his videos, I'm like, why hasn't this guy got like 1 million subscribers? Because I know Michael would love your channel, because the kind of stuff that I do that he talks about is exactly the kind of stuff you do, but it's like on a level that took me probably 6 months to achieve, that kind of editing and special effects and stuff. And Jehu is, gosh, I can't even describe the content on your channel, Jay, but it is so entertaining. It's so entertaining.
It's like my personality. I'm all over the place, baby. All over the place.
Jay, real quick, what kind of average watch time minutes do you get on your video? Because I bet it's pretty high.
You know what? Ed beats me up about this. I'm not really a tech guy, analytics guy, so I would have to get back to you on that. But I really don't pay attention to those things. Right now, it's just about having fun and just putting some good stuff out there. YouTube, you can only watch a wiffle ball hit somebody in the groin so many times. So I do appreciate it, though. I do like it, but we're definitely trying to put something out there that's worthwhile. If someone's gonna call me a what do you call it? What do they call YouTubers now? No. What do you YouTubers? There's a new name for them. It's not even new, but what do they call them? They call them not inventors. What's the word I'm looking for? Innovators, not innovators.
Just go, buddy. Just go.
Yeah, whatever they call them now. If you're gonna be called that, then I think you should put out some content and be responsible for what you put out there. So that's all I'm trying to do. Just trying to put something good and trying to be responsible. So everybody also who tuned in tonight, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the love and the support. And if you subscribe to my channel, you have now become part of the Wu-Tang Clan. So welcome to the Wu-Tang Clan, everybody.
You're gonna have to know how to go, what's up, what's up, what's up?
That's what I want to hear. If I ever get big and I ever see go to greetings, I want everybody to come up to my booth or table and just give me a nice big what's up, what's up, what's up.
Hey guys, if you come on my channel, I do some cool stuff, try to make it entertaining. I work on cars, nowhere near at Justin Dow's level or at Eric the Car Guy or those guys, because it's a hobby I picked up. But I teach how to work on cars. I teach how to work on computers. I teach how to wrench. I teach how to do all kinds of stuff with tools. I talk about tools. I experiment with tools. And then you'll meet up some of my buddies. Like I got Dark Ratchetness. He likes to come in all of a sudden and just start breaking ratchets, and he just messes them up. And look, he's got Dale all excited. Heck yeah, he will absolutely. And then while I'm showing how to work on computers, I don't know if you guys have noticed, and I told Dale this, but we've got this program that has gone rogue on us from 1997. It's Clippy the Paperclip. He's trying to kill me.
I will kill you.
I mean, there he is again.
I will kill you.
He's constantly.
I will kill you.
He's constantly invading my computer like a virus.
I will kill you.
And getting on my videos as I edit them, and he's trying to kill me. He doesn't like my content because I'm supporting Windows 10, Linux, different types of OSs, and I'm showing how to repair stuff, and I'm staying away from Windows XP. So
he's got this year and gal.
Chill.
So see, he's spreading like a virus. These two guys now got a Clippy. See, that's you got to watch it. So, anyways, I know it's kind of goofy and funny, but I'm telling you, it's like the Svengoolie of the tool community. That's basically what I'm becoming. I don't know why. I'm just falling apart, and it's kind of fun. I like Svengoolie, by the way. If you guys don't know who Svengoolie is, you should look him up on the internet. He was this weird guy that
his channel.
Well, he doesn't have a channel. He was this old guy. He was this old guy that used to have rubber chickens and goofy jokes and introduce scary movies like and they would be all the D and F and C movies like Frankenstein's great granddaughter is attacking the city of Vandalov or something stupid like that, or Blackula. If you ever remember Blackula, it's that kind of movie he would introduce. He'd take out a rubber chicken.
The West Coast version of that was a guy named Joe Bob Briggs from out of Vegas that did something like that and showed those crazy movies like that. It was like Alice Cooper, and it was so funny. It was like the guy that played Alice. It was Alice Cooper, really Alice Cooper, and the guy that played Danny on The Partridge Family. And I think it was like the guy that played Greg Brady on the Brady Bunch, and they were all fighting Sasquatch on there. Where Sasquatch comes in and just smashes the crap out of Alice Cooper.
Yeah, you see, that's the kind of stuff I want to throw in my on my videos. I'm giving real information, but I'm making it goofy and fun, man. I truly enjoy channels like Client Graphics. They're very technical. They get really deep into it. That's cool, man. But I've got dyslexia and all kinds of other problems with my brain, and I need things to move fast, happening. I need to have fun, or I'm not interested. And that's just me, though. So, influencer, an influencer. Yeah, nah, not me, bro. I'm
That's
more like
an
an influencer. I'm not no influencer, bro. I'm the opposite of an influencer. I'm like the kind of guy that makes people go away. Hey, Leo. Leo loves Dale. Hey, Leo, come and check out our channels too, bro. Don't just love Dale, bro. I'm telling you, you'll love our channels too. Check out Justin Howe's channel. Check out Grimm's channel.
Yes.
Leo's not the only
have
one
a
who
bandana on, Michael. You're good.
Yeah, he's not the only one that loves me. Anyone can for $9.95, like that Earl Shirt. $9.95, and you can. Hey, listen. Thank you guys all. We're like up 3 hours. Thank you guys that hung out with us. Let us know in the comments if you watch this afterwards how you like this, and if we can do it some more. We were looking at maybe an hour, and we went over 3 hours. So, and special thanks to Michael for coming out here and being a moderator for us and keeping selling them boys down when they got out of control. Go and join Jehu. Go and check out Ed the Old Tech Guy. Highly recommend Jehu's visit to Lowe's to get the Craftsman toolbox. It's so funny. I watch it like 5 times and it cracks me up every single time, just as much as it did the time before. So everybody say good night and we'll get out of here.
Good night, guys.
Everybody.
Wait. Let me at least one more time, bro. One more time.
Out, Ed.
There you go. There you go. Dark Ratchetness is saying good night. Come check him out. Oh, the Sasquatch Bigfoot thing. Heck yeah. All right, everybody. This is Ed, the old tech guy, signing out.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks, Ed. Good night, everybody. And if you're coming up on your weekend, make it a good
One more time, Dale. Sorry. Dark Ratchetness wouldn't shut up.